Hello. And we're back with some more Baldur's Gate. So, today is going to be kind of a split stream. I'm going to stream this for a few hours. And then when the new event raid in Pokemon Violet unlocks at 8 o'clock my time, which is in 3 hours from now, we'll go ahead and do that. There's been quite a few 7-star raids in Pokemon, and I've never done any of them on stream for some reason. But this one could be fun. Kind of show like my process of how I do it. Plus, I can explain, if anyone owns Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there's a few like little tricks you can do that I somehow did not think of until after most of the 7-star raids were done. But yeah, can go over some of that. And also, we're gonna be trying to plan a solo build. I already have 2 ideas. If they fail, could try something else, I guess. So I know what you're thinking. I know what everyone's thinking. I've been streaming this game for 5 or 6 hours at a time, and I've accomplished like an hour's worth of stuff. Because first off, I'm learning how to play this game. I'm learning how to play like D&D stuff, and the game, for better or worse, the game takes forever to play. I kind of like that. I've played games like this before, and I kind of like them for that reason. Like I mentioned before, when I streamed Inquisition, Dragon Age Inquisition, game takes forever, which was also fun. But okay. But also, I spent like 3 hours on stream once just crafting. So it's one of those kind of games. I can spend like 2 hours just item managing. I'd imagine in D&D that happens, right? God, I can't imagine me playing D&D. We're like, hey, you go to a shop for the first time in forever. What do you want to do? It's like, I'm going to go through my inventory and see what I want to sell. I'm going to be that guy everyone's waiting on in the party to, like, decide what to sell. It's like, well, hold on a second. This sword has this, and this sword has this, and... I feel like that'd be break time. If I was in a D&D game and it was sell things time, I feel like I would be the... like, everyone else could take a break, and I'll just sit there. And that would happen in the game, too. Everyone just leaves the shop to do other stuff while I sit there. Hello, Kenny. And Scandy. By the way, we're in the Goblin camp, if you couldn't tell. Oh, yeah. The owlbear is supposed to be in our camp now. It might not be in our camp yet, but it's supposed to be at some point. I wonder if the owlbear cub and Scratch will get along. Oh, Gale, let's up. Oh, Gale, don't tell me you want to eat something else. Ugh. Well, it's less the loot. It's less the loot and more deciding what to sell. Now, the one thing I will say that I would enjoy in D&D over this game is the fact that I only have to pay attention to my own character. Again, I've mentioned the pros and cons of playing a Dungeons and Dragons mostly based video game. It's visual, which is nice. You can do things like, you can see things, a lot of the calculations done for you. That's nice. But there are also downsides. Like looting. Like you mentioned, after a fight or just going into a room and finding a bunch of barrels, the DM can just be like, you search the barrels. Roll. Everyone rolls. This is what you find based on those rolls. We're done. In the video game, it's like, click on barrel. Click on barrel. Click on barrel. Click on barrel. Because it's just you. But imagine if you were playing with other people, like a co-op version of the game, which actually exists. This game has co-op, which is great. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do it because I don't want spoilers. Obviously, this game has many ways to deal with problems and situations, and running into things in different orders is fun. But, in a way, it's a spoiler. Like, if I were to play this game through as a bard, doing all my talking stuff, if I was to watch someone stream this game as a 0 charisma, 0 intelligence barbarian who's just like, Thorg hungry, Thorg want eat character, I would see different stuff. Because there'd be solutions to problems that are different when you just hit things. This isn't like Mass Effect or Dragon Age, where not doing the talk option is simply less content. Normally in games, when you ignore the talk conversation stuff and go straight to fighting, it's less content. You get less dialogue. But I have a feeling in a game like this, it might be fairly equal. There are fights that I got out of by talking. And yeah, fighting's not necessarily content for most people, but it could lead to something different. What if since you talk those guys into something, they appear later? Well, what if you kill them? Again, less content, right? They don't show up later. What if their friends do? Like, what if they're like, hey, you're the ones that killed our friends that were doing that? There could be content that we don't know. And that's something in video games I love, is when developers put something in the game that gives character, that gives people like that, players like that, something to look at. I like that. Like I mentioned, I like when a video game has a dumb option. Outer Worlds has this. New Vegas has this. If you play a character that's dumb, not only do you usually just miss out on smart dialogue options. Well, that's boring. Why would I want to miss out on that? Because the game has dumb dialogue options. If your intelligence is below average at the start of the game and beyond, there'll be dialogue. Instead of saying like smart dialogue option, it'll literally say like dumb. That's great. It gives the player a player like me especially, a reason to play a dumb character because it's funny. So if they gave a character who doesn't like to talk, who just hits things, extra content options, it wouldn't surprise me if they did. So, point of the story, I almost don't want to watch people stream this game after I beat it, because I'm going to see stuff either I missed that I might catch in a future playthrough off stream, or I'm going to see how something handled differently, in which case now the replay value is a little less for me. Because I was like, it's kind of like when if you're playing like a game like Mass Effect for the first time and you make a choice, and someone in chat's like, "Oh, if you actually made the other choice, this happens in the game." That's cool to know, but I might have been planning to play it again and do the other option, so that kind of takes away from that. Hi, Remnant. Yeah, like it's fun. What if a DM spent hours figuring out a certain conversation, and the very first time you run into him, Barbarian's like, I hit him in the head with my club. That can happen. And the DM might actually go home that night and think of a consequence for that action. Maybe like that merchant's brother that you killed shows up, but maybe they were having an argument about the business, and the merchant thanks you for killing his brother, so he takes over. Like, they could do some fun stuff like that. You could end up with, like, interesting conversations. Then, of course, the Barbarian could say, I hit him on the head and kill him, too. You kind of just have to go with that, though. Gale!
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic, or it may become volatile.
Why? I've already given you one thing, and I haven't even used you since then. I might actually put Gale in the party. The problem is, because there's a problem with being a bard. I like being the jack of all trades character, but there's one issue with it. You can't make a definitive party of like 4 roles. Like, I can't have like tank, physical damage dealer, magic damage dealer, and healer, because I'm a bard. I'm a little bit of everything. So whenever I take the place of something, I lack something. Like, oh, I have some spells I could do. What if I bring Asterion as my 4th? So I have Asterion, Karlach, Shadowheart, and me. I'm the only spellcaster. So I only have my stuff, which is lacking compared to someone like Gale or even Will, who only has 2 spell slots. He's got Eldritch Blast. That kind of counts for a lot. It's a simple move, but it's good. Or let's say I put Gale in that slot. Well, we're kind of lacking more physical power. Gale can't hit anything. Shadowheart really doesn't hit that much. I only do long range. That leaves Karlach. That's the issue with being a bard, is like you're gonna lack something. But also have more well-roundedness in the party. Now, see, my character would have used his words.
Welcome aboard.
Hi, Bigfoot. Man, can I do persuade? I can't help just now. Bear with me. Man, you already ate one. And I haven't used you since then. You have to eat again. I do know this game punishes you for long rests. I haven't even done a long rest. Gale ate an item, and I've done a bunch of short, a couple short rests. Fine. Want to eat my hat? How dare you want to eat my hat? Also, this hat kind of sucks now. Bardic Inspiration healing is good if you use Bardic Inspiration. I don't use Bardic Inspiration. I use Cutting Words, which is a version of Bardic Inspiration I got from my subclass. I think it's way better. Instead of giving Bardic Inspiration to one of your party members and then banking on the enemies attacking them, you can wait until an enemy attacks any of your party members, including you. No, not you. You can't use it on you. And then it's a reactive spell. I like that better. So I never use this. But I like the hat. I like my hat. It fits, it suits me. Yeah, Gale's purple, man. Not from Five Nights. Other purple man. He is a wizard. I could give him the Ring of Color Spray. I never use this. I like it. But I never use it. Like, it actually sounds good in theory, but I've never used it. Then we have spider step boots. We need these for later. I found a spider lair and got destroyed. I'm going back there later. These will be good for later. Glove of Archery, I literally just bought from my bard, so hands off. The Whispering Promise. Oh yeah, these are also off limits. I just bought all three of these, so. I feel like not anyone in the party is truly good. That's why this game is interesting. None of your party members are like maybe what they seem. Well, if I go back to the spider lair, I think I need Gale. I think I'm going to need at least a couple AoE spells to deal with the little baby spiders as they spawn. Without the... Also, I ran into a fight last stream, and AoE spells alone carried me through that fight. Will's 2 shatter spells killed like 4 enemies. I need AoE spells. I'm realizing like these are very important in this kind of game. I only have single target spells myself. I'm a bard. I need to get some AoE spells, and I think Will's the best one to do that. I might actually replace Will for Gale. I love Will as a character, and I also love that he can get his stuff back from a short rest. But the fact is, after a long rest, Will has 2 spells. Use them, short rest, 2 more spells. Short rest, 2 more spells. Bard short rest song thing, 2 more spells. That's 8 total. I think Gale has 6 spells as it is. And they're more powerful, probably. Eldritch Blast is nice, but I might use Will for now. Or, Gale. I haven't used Asterion at all, because the main reason why I use a rogue in a party is utility. The fact they do decent damage is just a bonus. But I'm a bard with sleight of hand proficiency and expertise. I don't need him. Like, the priority role for a rogue in my party is taken up by me, and that's lockpick. Also, Gale seems nice. I don't trust him. I honestly don't trust him. Like Will, I don't, even after like we found out about his pact with the devil, that's what a warlock is, isn't it? Don't all warlocks have pacts with devils? Or somebody. I mean, we don't know his reasoning for why he made a pact with this demon. Devil, whichever they are. But I trust it was for the right reason because I kind of trust him. Karlak also seems pretty sincere. She seems like she doesn't hide very much. Right? Like, she seems like very... I don't know. But, Gale, I don't know. Gale is like the most bard-like of my party members. And being a bard, I know not to trust him. Oh yeah, Will has this locket for dancing. I don't want to give away anything. Haste Helm is good. That's okay. These are best on me. The gloves of missile snaring are best on a high dex character, which is me. But I already have better gloves for me because I have every ranged attack does +2 damage. And I dual wield hand crossbows. That's an extra guaranteed 4 damage when I double attack. So I do have this sword I'm not using. But I've been thinking about using this sword on somebody. The problem is it would only go on Karlach in my party. And Tyr's protection is a concentration spell. So when Karlach gets hit, which she does get hit a lot because she's on the front lines, and she has the lowest AC in the party somehow, she'll lose concentration pretty quickly. Plus, every turn she's not attacking is a waste. I don't want to give you anything. It's going to be one of these. Oh, do I give Gale my hat? Do I sacrifice my cool bard-looking hat? I never use this. Just take it. It's not even worth that much. Just take it.
Thank you.
The next one's on you. You're joining the party to help me find the stuff.
Experience. Each time anew. Like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. But this doesn't feel quite right. I mean, it never feels right, but it relieves. This doesn't relieve. Oh.
Oh, you just ate one of my magical items. You better be fine. According to Gale, he has some kind of sickness where he has to, like, eat magic, basically, from an item. Or else he just, like, goes insane or something. I still don't fully trust him with it, though. Being a bard, I'm trying to be a little more snarky than usual. Please tell me we didn't just waste a piece of magical equipment. I mean, honestly, that's not a mean thing to say. But it is kind of what I was thinking.
Ever the pragmatist in chief, aren't you? The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
Because he's my party member. Also, he's a powerful wizard. As, like, man, I want to put him in the party. But Will is just good. Like, the fact that he has mage armor, which increases his armor class to 13, plus a shield, which gives him to 15, plus something else, I think he has, like, 16 now. Plus, because he gets his stuff back on a short rest, I can cast Armor of Agathis for 10 hit points, and if anyone melees them, they take 10 cold damage. And I can then short rest and keep this until it goes away. Until he gets hit for 10 hit points, he'll still keep it. But I haven't used Gale in a while. He did say he wanted to think, though. I'll give him his time to think on the bench. Sure. Yeah, I came back here to see if the owlbear was here. It's not here yet. It took Scratch a little bit to come to camp, so I'll wait. PC. I did have to turn the settings down to be able to stream it.
All the great chasers are dead. Ruddy Colt.
Okay. So we have a few problems with our quests here. There was supposed to be a quest that says rescue Halsin. Unfortunately, that quest has disappeared. See, I talked with what's her name? Karga? Yeah. It's spelled Kaga, but people pronounce it like Karga. I talked to her, and basically she wants the tieflings to leave, but she doesn't want them dead. She just wants them to leave before the ritual's done. And the ritual seals off the grove. Well, because I talked to her, I'm now supposed to talk to the leader of the tieflings to be like, hey, I'm gonna like escort you out and keep you safe. I want to rescue Halsin, so he can be the leader again instead of Karga, and maybe he'll let the tiefling stay. I'm guessing I can still do that even if the mission is gone. So, we have a few things to do in the Goblin Camp. We can rescue the Bard. He has basically been captured to be their entertainment. I can also talk to the Goblin Priestess about getting the worm out of our head. Thing is, though, the goblins think we're special because of the worm in our head. So why would they help us get rid of it? I don't know. Maybe we can just get some info on it. We already bought some really good stuff from this goblin. Who's... Okay.
2 steps at a time.
It says there's a mission here. Where is this mission? Could I? Okay, hold on. Guys, please. Guys, please. Rescue the druid Halsin. Well, there it is. Well, then why isn't it in here? Rescue... The mission in here is gone. Yet the mission is still on the map. Unless I'm just missing it in here. That is weird. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I remember from last time. That mission was not on the map anymore. That was the problem. This mission was not on the map anymore. It's still missing from the journal, but not the map. That is weird. I have tried to play Baldur's Gate 1. I can't. It doesn't age well for me. I didn't grow up on those kind of games, so I have a hard time playing them. Like, I grew up on console games, so I can easily play like an old Nintendo game, or most of the time, Genesis game or whatever. But older PC games, I have a hard time doing it. Nothing over here. What about over here? I don't even remember. Does Baldur's Gate? It has to have like some form of it. Oh, I found the. By my will, I found the quick thing, the quick travel thing. Yeah. What's going on here?
Fresh home with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Humans. Think you rule the world. Ah.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Okay, so there's a game mechanic where the worm that's in our head, the Mind Flare worm that's in our head, gives us a special ability to use its power to influence those that have this mark. I said I didn't want to use it. Now, apparently everyone in our party has a one-time use of it until a long rest. It's kind of like, it's like a story ability that we all have. I said I didn't want to use it. My character doesn't want to do like weird mind stuff. Like I've had the ability to read someone's mind several times. I didn't. It's kind of like in KOTOR and KOTOR 2. I'd rather have my character be able to persuade people with my own skill than be able to rely on Jedi Force powers to just, like, bend someone's will to my own. I don't like that. So in this playthrough, I'm not doing, like, read mind. I only did this once. And it was because, basically the scene was, there was a bunch of goblins. We already kind of made nice with them in that town, but they still were kind of, like, not too happy towards us. But there was a gnome that was tied to a windmill. I wanted to save the gnome, if only to get a reward and some information. I mean, again, I'm kind of like playing as like a bardish rogue-ish kind of character. Asking for a reward is not that evil. I'd say it's neutral. I chose to help him. Could I get something for it? Maybe. Even if it's just information. Something. But I wanted to get rid of the goblins. My persuasion options just said pay them money. 100 was the lowest I could get it. But I wasn't sure if they would leave. I wanted them to leave so I could help the gnome and not have them attack me for it. So I did the illithid power that comes from the worm to make them just leave. I would not have done that just to save money. I have a feeling later in this game, for some reason, I have the feeling we want to get rid of the worm. The worm is slowly turning us into a mind flare. Supposedly. Except it should have been happening by now. There's something special about us and our situation. They notice that people that are infected with this turn into mind flares fairly quickly. But for whatever reason, the ones they've discovered lately, there's been more of them, by the way, a lot more, have not been turning into them as fast. We don't know why. I'm assuming we'll find out. I have a feeling the more I embrace the power of the worm, the harder it's going to be to fight back when the time comes. I don't want to embrace the power of this thing. It's like the dark side in my head. Like I don't want to embrace that. Get out. So I'm trying. I used it once. I'm not going to rely on it. There would be an option here that just says like illithid power story. Like shut up. Something. Lots of assumptions here. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. I feel like my bar is just like, I mean, I think I'm better than some people. You know, just like, I mean, the obvious, like murderers and like, you know, yeah, probably. I don't just think so. It's a fact. You're nothing but dirt beneath my feet. Nah. Remember, Kennison uses his words to get out of fighting. I consider my character chaotic good. There have been times where I've been leaning towards more of a chaotic neutral. But meaning that I'm willing to lie. I am even willing to intimidate if the need arises to get out of a fight. Like, I'm perfectly willing to lie to get information or get out of a fight and all that, so.
Everyone says that, and then they spit in our faces. But no more. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
Or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your face.
You can't even reach my
Kiss
face.
the damn foot. Worse things have been shoved in your face lately.
Yeah, it's not happening. I know I'm a bard, and it's like, oh, but I'm willing to do things. Like, no, we do have for a bard, we do have a little bit of dignity. Okay, that's not gonna happen. I know they're gonna attack him. I did just say, I have not done intimidation yet, but I can do it. I can do it. Oh yeah. I think this is the first time we're ever going to do this, because I'm not doing it. $15! Well, I got it. Well, this is just this character. Like, I'm playing as a somewhat roguish bard who is chaotic good for the most part, maybe even leaning towards chaotic neutral. I'm not above lying or intimidation to simply get out of a fight. Because getting out of a fight is basically a win. So we like to win in that case. Like, we won the verbal confrontation. If I were to do actual D&D, I would probably be a paladin first. I've just been told paladin's a good intro into D&D, and I kind of like the idea. There have been plenty of games I played where I'm the tank. I played a paladin in Final Fantasy XIV. I don't like tanking in Final Fantasy or 11. I don't like tanking in Final Fantasy XIV, but when I did, paladin is a very nice, safe option that has a very big safety net. Paladin is kind of hard to mess up. Like, all the other tanks have more complicated mechanics, but a paladin is literally just there. It's just, you're there, you take hits, you can heal a little bit, that's it. It's not really fun, but it's simple. And then there's Paladin in Neverwinter that I played, and I liked it. Paladin actually quickly became like my second most used class in that game. Hello, Mist. I mean, I would love to play D&D finally. And honestly, I know D&D is different than this game. Like, this game kind of like changed some stuff around to make it more of a video game thing. But I've actually learned some stuff from this game. Like, the information that I've picked up from playing Neverwinter and playing this and playing some other games that use like a 5e system or like an old like 3 point whatever system, I might be able to pick it up somewhat quickly, at least stat-wise.
Look, mate, just piss off. You're not welcome here.
Yay! Not so high and mighty after all. See, I'm not doing this. We're not doing this. I said... Look how he was just like, kiss my foot, human! And Kennison's like, you better kiss mine. He's like, no, I don't want any trouble. He's like, I said, you better kiss mine. As much as I would like to do this, I'm not. No, we already won. I'm not going to push it. As much as it's tempting, but I'm not going to push it. I mean, I will say something though.
Don't push it, worm. I can still bash your face in. Yeah, I think I will.
Ow. Ow. That's a problem. Now, the good thing about this is we're not fighting all the goblins. See how these goblins are just like cheering them on? There's only 4 of them. Now, yes, I am surrounded, and now I'm down to 10 health. That's not fantastic. Gee, what should I do now that I'm dead? This is very fitting. Remember I talked about how I've been making dumb choices in this game that end badly? It's almost like I'm role-playing a bumbling bard. I passed the check for intimidation where I made him back down from making me kiss his foot, but then instead of pushing it like I probably should have, I did like a middle ground option, and now he's fighting me. Like I feel like I'm failing like every choice I make. Oh, hello, Take Inspector. So I'm in trouble. Also, I know this game has a mechanic where if you long rest at certain times, you miss out on story stuff. I hate that, but also it makes sense. I'd be a hypocrite if I said I didn't like it in some way, because I've always talked about how I like when games do like different mechanics that make sense. It never made sense to me in RPGs where you can like, oh, the world is on fire, everyone's dying, and then you just go do a side quest where you find a missing dog or something. Like, this game actually kind of punishes you for taking your time in a way. I don't know what to do. I probably should just heal myself. I might want to heal myself just to live. I'm just saying, like, this is a fitting situation. I'm getting beat up by a bunch of goblins. No, he actually did like the first one, but instead of doing it again, which he might have respected more, I did like a middle ground option, and he was like, I'm gonna beat you up. Dissonant Whispers. He saved but took half damage. That's not fantastic. What are my main actions or bonus actions I can do here? Yep, I have a penalty because I'm too close. Maybe I'll push him. Maybe here's another intimidation check. Hey, goblin, get in my face. That's right. Established dominance like I should have done in the first place. Why isn't... Okay, hold on. All right, Will, I need your help. It's very possible if we kill Crusher, the rest will back down. Will, I would like you to Eldritch Blast. 55's not great. Go for it. Okay, that's not fantastic. That's not good. That's not a good one. Ow! Sharp Eye Breg is about to damage Karlak. Oh, I can turn this off. Every reaction in this game can ask whether you want to use it or not. I still say it's important to turn almost all of them on to ask, because sometimes you don't want to use it. Like, for instance, if I had cutting words as automatic, any time an enemy attacks one of my allies, the game would automatically use cutting words as a reaction, which can lower their attack roll by like 1 to 6, I think. But it's not even guaranteed. Let's say the attack they rolled is 5 higher than my teammate's AC. That means I would have to roll a 5 or a 6 on my roll. To me, that is not worth the risk. I like to save my reactions to when I have a really good chance of making them. Like if I had to roll like at least like a 2 or a 3, that's fine. But if the game auto uses it, you can waste it and still get nothing out of it. Or if the person attacking me is attacking me for like 5 damage, I kind of want to save the reaction for the boss in the fight that does like 20. But this is a no-brainer. It's a free item reaction, so do it. Aha! No damage. All right, time for the rest of my team to help me because I'm getting beat up. What do we want to do? Shadowheart is our healer, but she has a couple damage things at her disposal. Ouch. 50. What if I command him to drop his weapon? That'd be funny. Hold on, where is it? Command drop. That would be funny. It's hard to resist funny. What if I upcast it? Hold on, what if I upcast? Can this be upcasted at all? It can. Oh, an additional target. When you upcast command, you can do it on 2 different targets. Oh, that's cool. Interesting, interesting. Just because it's funny, I'm going for it. Yes! He dropped his weapon. Can I actually go get the weapon? Oh, I don't have enough movement. No. What if I jump? Sometimes jumping will get... No. Oh, it did. I think it did. It did. I got the weapon. Temporary hostile? Oh. Oh, we're dead. I think we're dead. Take a look at how many enemies are on the board. Oh, I'm screwed. I'm dead. Well, the thing is, most of them are over here. They won't get to me in time. If they stay hostile the whole fight, though, I'm dead. If we kill Crusher, it might just end the fight. I need to kill Crusher. Karlak, you'll have an attack opportunity if you move. What horn? I'm gonna have to go for it. I have to kill Crusher. Long rest. What are my bonus actions? Pommel strike, and this is a bonus action, okay. I might have to use it if it comes to it. 5. If I bank on the fight being over if he dies, I could go for Reckless. But if I go for Reckless and it doesn't work, Karlak is going to get beat up. Go for it. Okay. 80%. 80%. I missed, and now Karlak has disadvantage against like everybody's attacks, and I did it for nothing. I love XCOM games. Yes. What ogres? We might just be dead. I can't even deal with the ones near me. Oh, cool. We're hexed. This is not good. Oh, also the ogre. This is really bad.
What do you think, rare sneakers?
Bet them guts are nice and juicy.
Rip the gizzard's face off!
So unless they become not hostile at some point, I'm dead.
Doesn't make any sense.
Ow! Wow! Your regular attacks still kind of hurt. I gotta kill Crusher to see if this works. I have not done any damage to him since the first hit. Go for this since I do more damage with it probably. Wait. Why? That was weird. I need to move to get like better range for my ranged attack, but if I move, this guy will just hit me. What if I no, this let me. I can't move, which means that's bad. I could just risk it. I might have to risk it. Okay. I hit the statue. I might just reload at this point. We're gonna die. I've noticed that's a big problem in this game that people have now. I've seen some people stream this game where they'll hit like the ground next to an enemy and it attacks the ground. The statue's right there. So like I hit the statue instead of the target. Like look, I'm pointed at the target, but I'm hitting the statue. I'm just gonna play a song, like the band that plays when the Titanic's going down. We're gonna be that. The Queen's High C, perfect. Plays for death. Ugh. I don't know what to do. I think we're all just dead. I can't shatter because my teammates are there. I could shatter these 3. I might have to. How much health do you guys have? 7, 6, and I mean, this will probably just kill you all. Yeah, go for it.
Stop!
Oh, that person must have been temporarily against me. Because they ran. Okay. We're still screwed, but less so. Missile snaring.
What do you call a dress knickers?
I hate it. Did everyone just hear that joke? What do you call a drow's underwear? Undergarments. That was awful. I still have not done a single HP of damage to Crusher the whole time I've been trying to kill Crusher. I'm right next to him, so I really can't do ranged. 50%. 50%. This does 3 to 8. This does 1 to 8. Well, this is obviously better. Dude, I can't. I can't hit him. I can't hit him. I can push him. Cool. I made the 40% roll to push him. Useful. Yeah, that'd be more accurate. There I go. How is he still alive? I've been trying to kill him this whole time and he's just still here.
Let's go. He'll start sinking soon.
It didn't end the fight, did it? Oh, we're dead. We're dead. It's just here. Pummeling strike for some reason. There you go. Hellish rebuke. He saved. Just kill us all now. Oh, hey. Hello, ogre. As I said, we're dead. If we hadn't got the temporary hostile thing, we might have actually won the fight. I don't do very well in this game when it comes to fighting. Missile snaring. God, they're just all here. Hey, Will, you wanna do something, please? Look at this. We're so dead.
Might will prevail.
We're so incredibly dead. You just summoned something? Okay. Oh, I forgot to give you healing word. I was gonna use healing word on myself to get me up. I don't have healing word. If I do this, I have 2 people that will attack me. That's a shame. What if I command the big scary ogre to drop his weapon? Why am I up doing it? Hold on. Drop your club, please. I did it. Now he'll just beat us to death with his fists. I'd like to get me up, but opportunity attack is not fun. I don't know. Anything actually die? You might. I missed. Go for it. What, are you kidding me? How did that even miss? Let me tell you how bad that was. I rolled, it said I needed a 13 to hit him, I think, and I rolled a 12. By doing reckless attack, you re-roll. So I failed again. And it was only a 13, that's not that bad. Okay. Yeah. This fight has just been against us this entire time. Uh-huh. They're even healing each other. Like, is that really necessary? That's overkill. They're just killing Will while he's on the ground. If I had not missed so many attacks, I might have had a shot. Wait, what? Can't control downed. Why am I on me? Why did it bother to go to me? Weird. I have no spells left. All I can do is cast Eldritch Blast. I have disadvantage because I suck. Might
will prevail.
Ow. Oh, just kill us. 3. I believe that was minimum damage. Hey, Karlak, you're in good shape right now. Where is my AoE attack that just... Yeah, here it is. I missed. Okay. Karlak, play us home. Poor performance. That's funny. Yes! I'm really glad that's an option. I never tried it. Because my teammates don't have the ability to play instruments, I gave them instruments anyway. They played them poorly. It's like she's tried to eat it. That's good.
Need some oil over here.
Ow. Just kill us. What do you... Karlak has 4 HP. Just end this. But like I said, I've been making dumb decisions in this game the whole time. Even when I think I'm making a good decision, it ends up being like, to roll for initiative. Wait, what? Prison. You've been locked up for your crimes. If you want your freedom back, you'll have to break out of your prison. What is this? They attacked me. Why am I in prison? Ugh, what is happening? Oh, we're all unarmed. Awesome. So, I have no idea what we're doing.
Sharp as ever.
So this is interesting. Little story thing here. The downside is I'm going to have to long rest because I have no short rests left and we're all dead. So if I long rest, we might miss out on something of this like story thing, which is bad. But I have no idea how to get out of here.
Still breathing, despite everything. Moving ahead.
Oh.
Decaying legs protrude from the hole. A failed escape, it seems.
Inspect the body.
It seems the tunnel collapsed mid-dig and suffocated him. A crooked heart is embroidered on his left shoe.
Pull the body free.
The body comes loose, revealing a tunnel. Perhaps you can escape where he failed.
Still blocked. But should be easy enough to clear.
Well, how do I clear
I
it?
needed.
Maybe I can Eldritch Blast it. That's gonna do nothing, but I'll try it. Oh. All right. Blasting it might have worked.
Let's move.
I tell you, the scrying eye was looking at me all strange. Right. What would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at you for?
Certainly you won't be because of your beautiful eyes.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for? is
So
what I'm saying.
I'm not liking how this is progressing.
We're gonna set the true soul on fire. They're drow. They're stuck-ups. Ignore them.
I'm not liking how this is progressing. Although we're in the dungeon where we're gonna find these. Gonna find Aslan maybe. This is weird. I don't know what's happening. Like, how am I supposed to beat these guys at 1 HP? Also, is it just me?
Do you think the dwarf is ready yet?
Are you kidding me? What the? Why? Oh, this is weird. Wait, why? This is very weird. Yes, I'd like everyone to go through the hole, please.
Sharp as ever.
Again? Do you want to become spider food?
I'm gonna have to fight them. But I have 1 HP. If I roll bad on initiative, I'm just dead. I also have no weapons, by the way.
For? Can't we just swarm the forest?
Drow wants to know exactly where.
Oh, my inventories are gone. I'm gonna have to
What
find
they
my
doing?
stuff.
Hiding in trees? We'll
If I don't
smoke
find my
them
stuff,
out.
I lose everything. Okay. I don't have a choice. Gotta fight, because I'm not gonna be able to sneak. Surprise!
I tell you.
Your escape attempt has been spotted. This might be a good time to return to your cell.
Give in and return to your cell. Try to talk your way out of this. Yeah. I'm no prisoner. I was cleaning the cells earlier and locked myself in. Know why they locked me up? For tearing the head off the last halfwit who got in my way. If you let me go, there's one less head to count. It's a win-win. I like how I don't have any of my skills available. Why? I'm in jail. How did I lose my ability to speak? Yeah, that's weird. I have, like, no ability points to... Oh, 15! Okay. Wow. Okay. I got it.
Your words are suitably persuasive. It seems you're free to go.
Can I have my stuff back now? But I have speak with animals. Why is it only making rat noises? Oh, I'm Karlach. Why am I Karlach?
The foul stench of slaughter turns suddenly sweet through the rat's nose. Blood smell, life smell. Not like the great hollow below, which smells only of death.
So there's something below. I think because I was Karlach in that conversation, which is, it's doing the bug again. I was me, and then when the conversation started, it switched to Karlach, I guess, who has no benefits to anything talking. I could have lost that because of a bug. That's annoying. So I still need to find my stuff. I have no... Okay. I still need to find my stuff because I'm not leaving without it. I got too much good stuff. Where would my stuff be? I probably have to get back to where my cell was. Which I guess is this way somewhere. But I was controlling me, and I'm the only person they saw. That's so weird.
Are you ready for the ad?
Oh, hello. Having fun? Until I get my stuff back, I cannot risk getting into a fight. I don't want to talk to you. I just want my stuff back. House place is big. So this leads probably out to where that door was. I really need to find my stuff. Let's go back over here. So I came from in there. Goes up here. Where does this lead? Warg pens.
All this wheat.
Not everyone subscribes to
What?
what is mine.
How did someone see me? I'm in a room by myself. How did you even see? Wait, is there someone in there? Oh, there's someone right there. I didn't even see them. Because of the camera angle, they were kind of like in darkness there. I couldn't even see them.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
So, if my stuff is in, I mean, maybe my stuff isn't in there, but I'd imagine taking my own stuff back wouldn't be stealing. Who's... Oh.
It squealed! Hit it again! Keep your hands steady, 3.
Stop them! Free me!
Again! Again! Make it squeal again.
Oh, this is such not a good time to do this. I only have 1 HP. I only have 1 HP. Turn away. But then it might make the bear not like me if I just ignore him.
No! Free me!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm putting a stop to this. By this, I mean my own life.
Time for blood.
This is not the best time for a prison break. When I don't have weapons. I'm so dead. This has been like an example of what not to do in the game. There's nothing I can do. I have no weapons. I have very few spells left. I don't know where to get my stuff. I can't just leave my stuff here. I don't know where my stuff is. You think it would give me, like, a lot of games will sometimes just give you a mission. After you lose your stuff by going to jail to be like, hey, here's your stuff. It's not doing that. Even if I win this fight somehow, I can't leave without my stuff. Evidence chest. Maybe it's up there? Okay. Let's attempt this.
Heading there.
I do have a healing spell. I'm not sure if it's even worth using. I could charm them. Hey, you want to? No, they don't like that. I feel like a lot of the buffing stuff won't help me. I have 1 HP. Maybe bless. Like bless might be good, especially up additional. Oh, I can do all 4 of us. I might have to do this to live.
I'm heating up.
All right, Karlak, who has no weapons. How much does this do? 4. Just 4.
Open up.
Just punch him. Oh boy. Hey, it's me! I bet I can do something useful. Hey, you want to laugh? 65 is not fantastic. Not bad. That was, man, I mentioned before, I have the habit of leaving enemies on 1 HP, and it's not fun. If I had my weapon on, I could use a bonus action to shoot my offhand, but I don't. I can heal, but I just don't think it's that helpful right now. They're in a cell. What are they gonna do? Okay, Will, I really need you to kill this person.
2 steps at a time.
Or we are in a lot of trouble. Okay.
My time's running out.
Cool. Oh no! Help me, Cave Bear! No, don't dash! Are you really? You better be fighting. You better not just be running away and saving yourself. Like, next turn I better see you attack that goblin. Cantrip time. I need to save my spells for just in case. 55. 60. Go for it. Okay, you can just fail your 60%, that's fine. Karlak, I want you to punch him in the face. Good. Bum, 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 bum. Vicious Mockery doesn't do a lot of damage, but it might make his next attack miss. Combine that with Bless. He should miss his next attack. They're gonna go get the guards, and I'm gonna get swarmed down here. Opportunity attack. Eh. It's punching him. Oh no! He's releasing him! No! And he drank a potion? What is this? Oh, we're in trouble. How much health do these have? Oh, just 26 and I have 1. Oh no. It's like I'm just like constantly falling over. Oh, why did you miss that? Oh, there they are. Hey. Great. Cool. Oh, he saved again. I missed 60% twice. Yay.
Feel good.
And that's all Karlak can do is just punch. I'm gonna lose this when the cave bear dies, probably, and the cave bear is surrounded up there. Even if I survive this, I'm probably gonna miss out on some story thing because the bear dies. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're all going to attack the bear, and I'm going to lose this fight. Or I'm going to lose some, like, interesting story bit. Oh, well, that's a good miss. There's 2 of them. I'm not seeing a way out of this. Well, we're not dead, but... Well, he got up. That's good. Oh, I'm still down. Difficult terrain. I have a 49% chance because of it. That's not good. Blade Ward! Good dodge. Somehow we're still alive.
Stay hydrated.
Please stop missing your attacks, Mr. Bear, please. Why did that just go off? No one redeemed it. What is happening? Am I going insane, or did I just hear a hydrate? I am amazed we're still alive. Hmm. 60%.
Shepherd.
Yeah, I'm hearing them, but I'm not seeing them. Twitch does not have it in the activity feed. And I don't see it in the activity feed down here. I'm just hearing the redeem. I'm not seeing it. Bigfoot did mention Twitch was acting weird. So. Are you kidding me? 3rd save in a row. 60%, but 3rd save in a row. Oh, yeah, we're gonna lose. Even if the bear die, like I said, I wouldn't save scum stuff. The fact is, I'll be honest, I wanted to lose this fight quickly so the bear doesn't die. Because I want to see what is that. I don't know if that's Halsin or it's just a bear. I don't know what's happening. But how about the crown thing? It only works on people. Okay. Hey, you want to laugh? You want to laugh? You don't want to laugh. Everything's being saved right now. It's like me playing an RPG where I just save it every 5 minutes. Oh, well, I should. I have 2 modes. Either I save the game every 5 minutes, or I just forget to save it ever. Yeah, if the bear dies, I really don't want this to be a thing. The fact is, I'm going to lose this fight eventually. And when I have to reload, It's like this never out. All right, the grease. Yep, I'm dead. We've somehow survived this long, but yeah. Yeah, he pushed me like further into the fire. There's nothing I can do. Do-do-do-do. Maybe if the bear had stayed down where I was instead of actually trying to leave. See, coward bear. I think the bear was trying to leave. The bear was trying to leave and had to fight on the way out. If the bear had just stayed down here with me, we might have had a chance. I missed a punch. It feels like we've been slowly dying for the last 45 minutes. And it's like finally about to happen. There it goes. I let that really play out, didn't I? And now we go back to the beginning of the stream. So one of the downsides to saying I'm not going to save scum is, well, one, I feel like I need to make the same choice and just see if I can do the fight again. Like, I don't want to save scum the choice. So theoretically, I should trigger that fight again. I can prepare for it better by repositioning my teammates better. Like, I can reposition my teammates within that group together. I can be like in a more defensive positioning. But I want to make the same choice because I don't want to retcon like the choice I made. But if I can move them better, if I like know it's coming, I can prepare a little better.
Out of my way!
Yeah, everything like Twitch is messed up right now. Redeems aren't showing up. I literally did nothing but come over here and talk to this goblin. That's all I've done so far. Like, I could retcon the situation and be like, no, kiss my foot. But I'm not going to. I made the choice. I'm going to live with it. But I need to win the fight. So let's reposition. If I can. I'm not sure what's going to help me. But, like, what if I move back here? It's possible. If I stay out of range of the other goblins, they might not join the fight. So what if we all just kind of like move back here? Oh, hold on. I need to like ungroup the party here. Will can have the high ground up here with his spells. Shadowheart can also have the high ground. Also, I need to put Healing Word on. There we go. I will also have some high ground potentially because that's what I do. Oh, I can go. Oh no, I have to talk to him. Hold on. No, I have to be down there because I have to talk to him. So yes, I do get a bonus to the fight because I know it's coming, but I can't help that. I can't like delete my own memory. And Karlak will just be like right next to him to just hit him. This might reposition us, but hopefully not. Yeah.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach. And
you better go on, or I'll wipe that.
Oh yeah, one thing I should have done.
Worse things have been shoved in your face lately.
I should have saved the game. The one thing I will save scum is to get rolls I already achieved. This was a hard roll, but I got it. Like it was a decently hard roll. If I fail this, it's kind of unfair to like the choice I already made and succeeded in. Like that's why I kind of want to remember to save it at the beginning of a fight. That way I don't have to like get the same rolls as I did before. So the mistake I made was not saving it at the beginning of the fight. And if I end up in jail, I'll deal with it, I guess, but I just won't. We also learned, don't go near the bear. Because that will also, I can save scum the roll that I did to convince them to let me go. Because I got it. I got it with using the wrong character too. Like, I will save scum the rolls if it gets me back to where I was. Which just means I need to save it more often. Where's my guidance? Oh, she's too far away. It's like every time I make a choice, it's the wrong one. And I fail. Oh, we can see what happens if I fail.
You want your teeth knocked in? You ain't got nothing on me. So kiss my foot.
Attack the goblin. Hold on. No, I'm going to save it before I talk to him. I'm going to save scum that roll since I already got it the first time. I'm making a point that my first rolls and decisions are a thing, so... If I had saved it at the beginning of the fight, I wouldn't have to do this. That's what quick saves are for. I like how I've already been playing this for like almost an hour and a half, and I've done nothing. Although we did get to see some content. What happens in this fight if you go to prison, which is stupid because they started the fight.
Out of my way!
Okay.
Then this other guy swirls his fingers and some light comes out. And the dwarf just stops bleeding.
My faith will guide
All right. Kind of want to get you close enough for guidance, just so I can. When I am safe scumming it, I already proved I got it. So, here, come up here. Will can be way up here.
This room must have been dedicated to her, and now it's a nest for some filthy goblins. A fitting end.
You stay up there.
I'd love to, thanks.
Karlak will be like right next to him.
No one stopped me yet.
I'm here. Also, I need to redo this again. Yeah. Okay. Save.
All's well that
Magic
ends.
again.
Not as bad as
So
it
grab
goes.
his hand. Fresh.
The mark glows, but you've...
But you better go on, or I'll wipe the...
Kiss the damn foot. Worse things have been shoved in your face lately.
That's a little better.
Look, mate, just piss off. You're not welcome here.
I could just leave, but I made the decision. I made the decision just to say this. I made the decision to poke him a little bit. Not to do this again, but to poke him. That was my choice. I'm going to go with it.
Don't push it, worm.
And I know I trigger the fight. Now, maybe if I kill Crusher in one turn, they won't join the fight. Because these guys are like, yeah, you show him, Crusher. Maybe if I kill him in one turn, they're just like, you know what? I don't think I want to join this fight. So let's focus on Crusher. Once again, I'm kind of surrounded, but... let's just use some good damaging stuff. Wait, do I still have that? Oh, I haven't gone back to camp and talked to Gale yet. That's why I still have it. Maybe I can use it. Let's do Dissonant Whispers. On you. If it hits. Oh, also. Yeah. Let's save at the beginning of the fight. That was like near minimum damage. That sucks. I can use my bonus action to shoot at him, but it's only a 25% chance of hitting. But I have nothing else to do, so. Nice! Yes! It actually worked!
Wait! I yield! I yield!
Best not leave any loose ends. This one might reward mercy with backstabbing.
Good point. Okay. Now, I know the outcome is a little different than just winning the fight. This was my plan the whole time. I just missed so many things. Which, again, I know I'm like retconning it in a sense that I ended up in prison. If I had saved at the beginning of the fight, the prison thing might have become the canon. But it's a video game. It's based on dice rolls. I can't recreate it sometimes when I lose. This was a unique situation because instead of losing, I just went to jail. But hey, I know that can happen now. That was kind of like a nice what if situation. None. I haven't played Fallout 4 on PC yet. I've only played Fallout 4 on Xbox, and that was a while ago. Not on stream. That was before I started streaming. I think my point's been made. Come on, I'll help you up. Now, you kiss my feet. Back to this again. Ignore his pleading and prepare for the finishing blow. Or just leave, which is pretty... Ooh, that's a good one. You just leave. Say nothing. You know what? I'll try to be a little friendlier. I think it's in our best interest to not alienate the entire town. They all disapproved? Oh, Carl didn't.
I can get it by myself.
Ignore his spite, friend. Mercy's its own reward.
Apparently Carl likes a bonfire now, which does make sense.
Arrogant pig.
Yay, we did it.
I've got to take his place. Nobody's ever beaten Crusher.
Yay, we did it.
Doesn't make any sense.
So now it is canon that Kennison almost single-handedly beat Crusher. Actually, I think he did. I used Dissonant Whispers, and then I used a ranged attack and took him down. Yeah, Kennison actually won against the Crusher Goblin guy in a one-on-one combat. Can anyone see me here? Oh, they all left. Well, looks like oh, yeah, they have nothing on them. that was boring. I like how Will is still up there.
Have to keep going.
All right. And after like a moment where we had this premonition of being destroyed in that fight and going to jail, we now saw it coming. So we focused on Crusher and ended the fight early. See, you can kind of like roll that kind of stuff into like a canon playthrough.
I'm Commander Shepard. Welcome to the crew.
What is with Twitch right now? I can't see alerts. Like, I can't see anything. Weird. 1 second. Anyway. Yeah, it's still broken. I'm trying to like mess with it. It's still broken. Twitch is just not working right now. But Alphabet, thank you for the follow. I had to look in a different place to be able to see it. Where do we want to go? Since we're already over here, let's go up here. Oh, can't get up there from here. Or can I? Where are we going? Oh, we can get up. Wait, can we go from... Wait, where am I going? Now I'm curious to see how far... Oh, there we go. Okay, go up here, go up there. Got it. I'm following him to make sure I don't miss anything. That's not stealing. Torches. Oh, a hole. Can I make myself smaller? I guess I can't. All right.
Looks like the booze got the better of them. They're practically unconscious.
I barely played Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is the game that I probably spent the most money on and got the fewest hours out of. Not only did I purchase Fallout 4 the day it came out, I also bought the Pip-Boy edition and kept it sealed. It's on my shelf next to my... It's on the shelf, one shelf down from my N7 helmet that I got with the special edition of Legendary Edition. Kind of don't want to wake these guys up, but... Ooh. I'll sell it. I want to give it another chance. I just didn't play it that much. Oh, what's so? Hold on a second. What's over here? Yeah.
Best not lean against it.
I beat Fallout 3. It really wasn't my thing, but I still beat it. I enjoyed it. I played Fallout New Vegas. I couldn't get into it. It's weird. A lot of people who know what I like to play think that I probably, oh, you like to play this kind of stuff? Then you must have played New Vegas, right? It's like, nope. I just didn't like it that much. And then 4, kind of the same thing. But yeah, I bought 4 twice. I put like 2 hours into it. Not the best choice. Oh.
My head's killing me. Oh, what is all that noise?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Okay, it kind of makes sense I'm talking as Will this time because I was controlling Will. But I am getting kind of tired of this game's weird thing where I'm controlling my character and then something happens and I'm talking through somebody else. It happened last time too. Like I was walking as my character in the front and then someone like saw me and talked to me and then all of a sudden they were talking to like Will. Now Will does have a little bit of persuasion. That's good. I can at least attempt this. If it's going to pick anybody else in the party, please pick Will. Since concentration is his spell stat, since he's a warlock, he basically anyone who like bards use charisma as their stat for casting spells. Warlocks do. I think something else does too. Paladin also has charisma for stuff. That's good. It basically leans towards having a talky character, which is nice.
Happily. But the next noisy bastard that comes through here gets gutted.
Unfortunately, I did not break this down in one hit. I left it with 2 HP. So I'm not, he just, basically the game is saying, if you do that again, you're going to have to fight. I want to know what's behind here. But look on the bright, look at it this way. If for any reason we end up having to fight the goblins, I really want to do some kind of like truce between the goblins and the tieflings. But if the game doesn't allow me to do that, I will side with the tieflings over the goblins. So if we end up having to fight the goblins and kill them, then I can just come back here and figure that out on my own. Which means I need to put a marker here that says, just wall. The main thing that turned me off of 4 almost immediately was I got a side quest, I got a main quest to do, and it took me to a building where all the enemies were on like the roof of it with guns. And this is so early in the game, I didn't have a gun yet. I only had melee. So all I could do was just kind of like run around and dodge the bullets, and I couldn't get close to them. It was very annoying. And it was a story mission, so it was like that was the next thing to do.
Should mind my step.
Now, if I'd done some side quests, I probably could have gotten some guns and been fine, but... Alright, let's get back down there. Now, what do you say we go inside the temple as not a prisoner and talk to some people? I also probably want to take a long rest to get all my spells. I have no short rests left. If I'm going to get into some big fights here, I probably should rest. I could risk it. It's not like I'm in the middle of a mission. I think one long rest would probably be fine. I know this game has a timer issue built into it, and it's kind of like a mysterious thing right now. No one's really figured it out yet, fully. But if I take one long rest, I'm probably fine.
Defender of the people.
So what I'm going to do is, since Will still has 2 spell slots left, I can use Armor of Agathis. It will stay on Oh, no, wait. It doesn't, no, it stays on to a long rest, doesn't it? Yeah. See, it works if you're doing a short rest. Like, if Will had one spell left and I had a short rest left, you can cast this, short rest, and you still have it. But we have to do a long rest, so. I know I still have 2 spells here and 2 spells here.
Let's get going.
And 2 and 1. Like, this is doable. But I want my short rest back. So I can get health and get my warlock spells back in between fights. Yeah, I'll chance it. I did read that if there's like an obvious timed side quest in front of you, don't do a long rest. Like if something is currently happening in front of you right now, I wouldn't recommend being like, I'm going to take a rest now, because it'll probably be gone. But I have a feeling with the story, with the main story quest, it's probably going to allow me to do a good bit of long rests. Here, let's go. Let's talk to Gale again.
My condition is worse than
We've already done this.
I need to consume some powerful
Take the
magic
ring.
that may become volatile. Thank it is, but this doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah, that was the one I did before.
I'm not so. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a rest. Yes. Oh! Cutscene. In my snazzy pajamas.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
Wipe the sweat from your brow. Rub your aching hands. Press your fingers to your mouth. Blink away the discomfort. Well, no one likes being sweaty.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil Gake Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Oh. I could use the worm to explore her mind, but I said I wasn't going to do that with this stuff. We could do a persuasion. We're just exhausted. Lower the blade before you do something foolish. Medicine. Just a fever. Rest will break it. Deception. Don't you see how far gone you are? Give me that blade. I'll make it quick. Interesting. Oh. Can you just, like... Interesting. What if you did this and your main character was killed, and the rest of the game you could just play as your party members? Or you could just attack her. Interesting choices. It'd be fun if I was playing like a more evil, like tough character. I just attack her. No, we're doing persuasion. It's our thing. We have advantage because of situational advantage. Because we can tell she really doesn't want to do it. Now, if I fail this, I have to roll a 15. I have a +7 bonus. And I roll 2 dice. Good. Now, one thing I wonder, I think I can answer this question just based on how the game works. In this game, in Baldur's Gate 3, if you roll a 20, you succeed no matter what. Even if you had to roll a 30, if you roll a 20, it's a guaranteed success. If you roll a 1, it's a guaranteed fail, no matter how many bonuses you get. If you had to roll a 2, and you have like +8 for bonuses, and you roll a 1, you still lose. That's why it's called a crit failure. what if in when you have advantage, you roll a 1 and then like, you know, a successful roll? I would imagine the 1 doesn't count. What's the point of advantage? It'd almost be like a disadvantage because you have another chance to roll a 1. I'm pretty sure, just based on the rules of advantage, it probably doesn't take the 1. Because the whole point is you take the second one. You take the highest one. Can you imagine rolling 2 1s? Oh, can you imagine how bad that would be? To have a situation in D&D where you have advantage over something important, and it's like, it's actually super important, and you roll 2 1s. Ooh. I convinced her.
I cannot trust my own mind. So it seems I must trust yours. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
All. Ow, my eyes, thank you. I love when games do that.
I came just in time. You are transforming.
Huh. Well, she's a Githyanki. Githyankis hate mind flayers. It's their mission to kill them. And we're turning into them. So of course she's the first one to be like, I'm just gonna kill us all to prevent it. So yeah, she's a little I forget who mentioned it. It might have been Remnant. But the idea that like I don't really know who the Githyanki are. They're like the one race in this game I don't know anything about. But I think it was mentioned the Githyanki are kind of like the Sith. And there's another race called the Gith something. I'm not sure if they look exactly the same or not. But they're more like the Jedi. Like one, like Githyanki do, from what we've seen, Githyanki are very forward. They're very aggressive. They don't really like niceties, and they like strength. So, kind of like the Sith. Oh, by the way, Guardian. When you make your character in the beginning of the game, you make a Guardian too. This is the Guardian. First time I've seen them. Yeah. I know your voice. I've heard it before. In the character creator.
Yes, you have. I saved you before.
When we were falling. That was a 1 frame face change. That's fast.
And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
So we now know the difference. She saved us from falling. And she's keeping us from turning into a mind flayer. That is why we're not turning into one already. Of course, we don't know why she's doing this. Oh. Take the hand offered to you. Get up on your own. I mean, I really have no reason not to, except for the fact that we don't know her. I mean, but I'll take the hand. What the? Okay. And then I fell right back down.
Each time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
That's against what I've been saying. I don't want to use it because I figured it would be a bad thing. She's saying I should.
A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
So she did save us twice. Well, indefinitely. She's the one who's keeping us from changing already. But she's saying we have to embrace the worm while she keeps it from controlling us. I don't really like that idea. But I really don't have a reason to not, I guess. We'll see. I'm not going to fully embrace it, but I might start using it a little more. Who knows? Kind of like meet in the middle. I am playing a jack-of-all-trades character. Why not kind of balance it a little bit? So we took a long rest. I did not get to choose what stuff I ate. Normally you get to choose. But since there was like a cutscene thing, I guess it just chose for us. Or it was free. Maybe. Oh, I missed that. I guess I do kind of look like him from like 20 years ago. Back in his young Hercules days. Huh. So we still don't have the owlbear cub yet. That's okay. Let's see if anyone has anything to say. Generally, they don't have anything new to say unless they have an exclamation point above their head. I'm just going to double check, though.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
Oh. I think we know Shadowheart well enough to just kind of say this. Like, yeah, it happened to you too, huh? Instead of just being, like, vague about it.
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole. Use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess. In the waking world or otherwise.
Oh. A lot of choices. And I might not be able to pick all of them. One of them might just end the conversation. Hold on. Something strange happened. That artifact you carry, it seems to just come to me. So there's a mechanic in this game where Shadowheart has an artifact that she doesn't want to talk about. And I was just messing around. Last stream, I went into my inventory and took it out of her inventory and put it in mine. But when you put it on yours, it binds it to you. So now the game, it's like I don't know if the game is like saying that's what happened, or if I'm trying to like say like I actually stole it from her. But I'm saying like, man, it's so weird. It's like the artifact you carry just happened to make its way into my backpack, and I can't take it out.
I know. I felt it.
Maybe that's just how it is in the game, or maybe it does that automatically, and if you don't do it. Oh, that's confusing. I wonder if I guess that'd be a spoiler, but it's like I'm wondering if the game does this, and I just triggered it early. I didn't take it. I mean, that's actually not true. I did take it. You felt what? Fly away from you?
Yes. No. I don't know. The artifact seems to have powers and a will of its own. It protects us. I don't know how or why, but I'm glad. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help, just as it needs us. Still just a box, after all.
Yeah, it can't move on its own, can it? Well, we have two protectors that we don't know if we can trust or not. We have Dream Person, and we have the artifact. They both seem to be protecting us. I suppose you'll want it back.
Might not be possible. It's stubborn that way. Prone to lashing out. Keep it for now. We can all help to protect it.
Yay. Oh, let's see it cut the conversation short.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
Oh, no, here we go. We saw the stuff. Were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
Let's see. Why would Shar subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
I'm trying not to say this one. Like, I'm trying not to say it. I'm trying not to go there and be like, you should probably tell us things more often. How can you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Maybe I should say it. It might lead to something. And it is something that, again, I wouldn't say this, but again, playing the bard, who can be a little snarky, a little bit, which has already got us into some fights a little bit, like the goblin fight. I should have just backed off.
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
I see. I want to talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Oh. I have no problems with Shar worshippers, if that's what concerns you. You should trust me. We're in the same boat after all. Now, which one would I go for? This would alleviate her, like, this would make her feel better and want her to talk about it more if she's thinking I have a problem with it. Or we're just saying, hey, we both have worms on our heads. I mean, Yeah, we'll just kind of go with, like, the more broad one. 10, huh? I mean, this is going to be very hard to fail. 20! Critical success. She tells me everything.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Now I'm wondering, you saw I had approval for her when I did that? And she was fully open to saying it. Now I'm wondering, was that the nat 20? Did I get approval because of the nat 20? That would be really cool. Nat 20 is supposed to get you a bonus in D&D, kind of like 1 is supposed to be terrible. Like in combat, if you take a swing of your sword and get a 1, and there's a teammate next to you, the DM might be like, oh, you swing at the enemy, but you stumble and stab your teammate instead. That's what happens. Some DMs do that. It's funny, and it kind of works. In this case, I wonder if in a conversation with a teammate, if you're going for a persuasion check or any kind of like, convincing check, if you get a nat 20, do you get an automatic bonus approval? It's possible. I didn't get approval for anything else, so. Remind me. Honestly, your faith is your own concern. I won't judge one way or the other. She doesn't sound very appealing, going by her titles. I've heard Shar worship is vilified by many, forbidden outright in parts. That can be said for anything. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I will say one of the few things in this game I've been disappointed in so far is the character creation. There are not that many options. You would expect a game like this that's like so big into making your character and dice rolls and all that cool stuff. But for humans, at least, there's only like 8 faces to choose from. This is one of the faces. You can change complexion, you can change age, you can change eye color, but this isn't like Skyrim, where you can change like eye size and nose size and mouth and... So I was expecting a little more out of the character creation. There is one benefit to that, though. In Mass Effect, especially 1, when you use the default Shepard face, it seems to animate better when it's that face. Like, it seems like the skin attaches to the muscle in a way that makes the facial animations look more natural. And if you use a preset, I don't think the preset looks as good as the default Shepard, but if you choose a custom Shepard face, there are times where it just feels like the skin isn't quite sitting on the muscle properly. Maybe they chose to only do like 8 faces to make the animations look better. Because having that freedom you might run into like weird looking animations. And in Skyrim, you never talk, so that's not a problem. But I've made some faces in Mass Effect before where it was just like, what is happening? like that smile at the end of Mass Effect 1. I've had a few custom faces where I'm just like, ugh. Because it doesn't look right. But then with like a preset face or like Shepard, just like default Shepard, it looks better. But yeah, your faith is your own concern.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
Yay. Oh. Could this be the romance path? Look, I have no idea who I want my character to romance. I don't know. I barely even know these characters. I'm not sure if I want to go down that route yet. I want to talk about all that's happened to us. That's a default option that you can just talk about stuff. Oh. Might have missed a chance to connect. Truly connect. Well, that seems... yeah. Let's just go with this one for now.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
Yeah. Tell me something about yourself besides Shar and the tadpoles. You know, something interesting.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced?
Yeah?
Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
You can't swim, yet you have the create water spell. Interesting. Yeah, she has it because I gave it to her. You'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass some. You've flown between planes of existence, but you've never been swimming. That's exactly it. Anything else you care to share? Now, point out the flowers.
It's a deal.
Anything else you care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memories suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
I see. Yeah, this is the first time she's mentioned this, I think. You had your memories suppressed. That seems extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
That's the weirdest thing about memories. Technically, if you remove memories, you're a different person. So, it's weird. Like, simple example would be, like, I was watching an episode of Unsolved Mysteries, and it was an episode involving alien abduction, which is always interesting. I mean, there is the fact that 200 years ago, when people talked about being visited by another being, they chalked it up to, like, angels, demons. Now, in the modern day, more people kind of tend to chalk it up to aliens.
Remember to stay hydrated.
It's always something. Obviously, there's things like night terrors that probably involve that. I've only experienced that once. Like, night paralysis, and what you would call night terrors, where you're like half asleep, and you're awake, but you can't move. And your dream is like, feels super realistic. It's not a pleasant experience. Like, there was that thing about, like, the demon that, like, sits on your chest so you can't breathe at night and just stares at you. That is very night terror. Your body's paralyzed, but you're awake. It's harder to breathe. You think something's watching you. That's what that is. In my experience, anyway. But the idea was, if you're abducted, have experiments and stuff done to you, then you're put back with no memory. It didn't really happen. You would experience it at the time, but then when it's done, the memories are wiped, so you don't know it happened. But then it's hard to imagine, because if you experience it at the time, you know it's happening. But once the memory's wiped, it's like it never happened. I'm not really explaining this very well, but it's like, in a sense, it never happened then. Because if you don't remember the experience, after a little time has passed and it's done, never happened. It's just weird to think about. Should I say this? I feel like this starts us down the romance path. Why is she angry? I have noticed that NPCs in this game will randomly have, like, weird facial expressions every now and then. Like, we're having a nice conversation. Why does she all of a sudden look grumpy? I'll try it. No, I can't. I'm not save scumming. I can't reload. The only time you'll ever see different outcomes is what happened before. Where I started the goblin fight, I lost, went to jail, and then died. I did save scum the roll because it was the same roll I got before. I succeeded the roll before, so therefore I should have succeeded again. But then I won the fight, which made it so I didn't go to jail. I can't really help that. The only time that's ever going to come into play is when I lose a fight. I can't really help that.
I think I know what you mean. There's an undeniable rapport, and yet we haven't made time for each other. Time alone. Easily remedied, if you like. I know a place.
I don't know where this is going. I mean, I'll be honest, out of all the characters, we know Shadowheart the best. Yeah.
Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are asleep and there's no distractions, I'll come for you.
And that's it. So I believe we just set the romance in motion. Shadowheart's an interesting character in that she gets approval sometimes for things that I did not know she would approve of. Like, there was a point where I lied to somebody, and I assumed she might not like that, but she did, because the lie was better than the alternative. So, Shadowheart has a very similar way of thinking that my Bard character does. Lying is okay, as long as it's better than the alternative. Although she did say I should kiss the goblin's foot, so I think in her mind it's just like, dude, get it over with. It's not the worst thing that's happened, plus it'll get us out of this problem. It's practical thinking.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
Why, yes, I did. Just talk like Lawrence now. I did.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
We should take advantage of every advantage we can get. Let's explore these powers and see where they take us. I don't trust it. This is me. This is what I've been doing the entire game. Saying I don't trust it. Even if this person says I have to control it, like, I don't trust it.
Is there a reason you're such an utter drip? I mean, do you have some sort of condition? Honestly, it's like you hate good news. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Bye. Bye character I kind of forget exists.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
For once, Lae'zel, we are in agreement. I kind of don't trust this. No. Look, I wish there was an option in the middle. It's like, no, embrace it. Or, you're right, let's completely ignore this dream person. No, somewhere in the middle. The dream person has helped us. I just don't trust the thing in her head. But those are my only options, so I'm not doing that one.
A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
Duh. Have you been looking at me differently? Normally you look at me like you want me to just die, but lately you've been, oh, dog disappeared.
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
So a bard. And what about now? And I thought you cruel, stubborn, and judgmental. Oh wait, you are. Can I? This is kind of, yeah. This is what he would say.
I don't pay compliments. I only say what is true. You've proven me wrong at every turn. You are efficient, dominant, courageous. I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect, and more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
Where is the option to run? Nope, we're not picking that one. There's no option to run. Now, if Lae'zel is obviously a romance option, they all are, but not for this character. Like the romance, like Lae'zel could be an interesting romance option for like a more like dark side oriented, like tough character. Not for this character. Not the way I'm playing.
Isn't it obvious? I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you?
That was perfect. That was a perfect change of facial expression. Like, Interesting line. No. We're saying no. No, honestly, you scare me. So.
Your loss, I fear. One day soon, you will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt, and you will wish you could return to this lost moment.
Bye.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by elithid worms.
Yeah, and out of all the people we've met so far, Shadowheart does kind of, again, like, match how I'm choosing things. So, like, just personality and decision-making. So it kind of makes sense. Also, Will mentioned something, that this dream person might be the tadpole itself. Like, the way it's presented to us is the dream person tells us we should embrace the tadpole's power, and they will protect us. But Will is saying the dream itself is a trick of the tadpole, trying to make us embrace it more. So it's reversed. In a way. Interesting. So instead of being a person protecting us and then we embrace it, he's saying the dream is the tadpole itself. Trying to, like, get us to, like, lay down our guard. Interesting. Yep.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
Like, for instance, the idea that the dream person is who saved us from falling from the ship. Well, if it is really the tadpole's influence, that means the tadpole saved us from the falling ship. By that I mean the tadpole saved itself. The only thing I'm wondering, if the dream is the tadpole itself, then why is the dream figure, the guardian, delaying the transformation from the tadpole itself? That is the one weird thing about that idea. If it is the tadpole wanting us to give in, why is it delaying the transformation? Something else is at play there. So I'm thinking maybe the dream sequence isn't fully the tadpole, but I still don't trust the person. Hi, Gale. Eat any good magic lately?
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
Well, it's possible that the tadpoles we were infected by are special. It is mentioned that mind flayers have been doing this more often lately. Like one of the druids mentioned that they don't see people infected very often, and then lately there's been a bunch. Maybe these are different tadpoles that take longer. But the fact is, we were sick last night. Like, it looked like we were transforming, but then the guardian stopped it. I don't know. I think there's more at play there. Like, it feels more than just one or the other. You don't believe this was a real person talking to you then? Had the same dream, a similar visitor, with a similar message. Probably something you ate, like that magic ring I gave you yesterday, or last time. No, it was yesterday, yeah.
Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word?
No. It was a dream, nothing more. I'm not sure. Such an apparition has its own motives, whatever it told us. Yeah. They have their own motives.
Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters. Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitors' promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit.
Maybe. Or it could kill us all. And Karlak. There you are.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads would give us power.
Yeah, had a similar dream. Oh, I'm on Act 1. I've been taking my time. I read this game can take like 70 to 100 hours to truly like beat. My very first time I played Dragon Age Inquisition, when it came out, back in like 2017, it took me about 200 hours, but I did everything. But since I'm streaming it for the first time, this is going to take forever. Like, I might actually have to take breaks. I might take breaks in between the acts to play, because I have a lot, like, I usually do fantasy type games on Mondays and Thursdays, and sci-fi on Tuesdays and Fridays. Because this game is going to take so long, and because I have other fantasy games that I also want to play, after Act 1 is done, which I'm assuming will be fairly obvious, I'm guessing, I might take a break and play like a medium-ish length like fantasy game and then come back to it. Yeah, like like this is going to be a long time, and I'm going to have to take breaks. We can treat this, honestly, we can treat this as 3 different games. Like 3 different campaigns, or like they are. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And we can come back, like almost like an MMO. Like we can come back to it later and just continue. Not too long though. I don't want to put like a huge break in there. But maybe like, since I would stream this 2 days a week, maybe like, I'd say 2 to 4 weeks. That would be 4 to 8 streams. I think that's fair for like a decent sized break and then coming back to it. Yeah. Like if I were to play this on my own time, it would take not as much time by far. But since I'm streaming it for the first time, Dragon Age Inquisition, I had the benefit of already playing through it twice. So, and it still took over 100 hours. But it still only took about half the time it took me the first time. I had a similar dream.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
Some kind of psionic trick. Didn't believe a word it said. Just a dream, nothing more. I like Gale's response. Gale's version of, I don't like this, was like, let's keep an open mind, but still be wary of it. But for other people, it's like, no. It's bad. It's dumb. Yeah.
Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out.
And now we're back to like just other stuff. It sounds like all we need to do is fix your engine, is find some infernal iron. We need more infernal iron to fix your heart.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
Okay. And let's go ahead and leave camp. We got our long rest. I'm going to hope that nothing happened by doing the long rest. As in, we still have our missions to do. Well, you see, we go talk to the Goblin Priestess. I want to talk to anybody in this camp. Like, every time I talk to someone, it's just like, let's start a fight. It was the very beginning of the game.
No, go inside. Inside. Boring.
Well, I'm still going inside.
Bloody racket. Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun. Aye, so much fun.
Oh, there's Saza.
As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
What does that music remind me of? Bum 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 bum. What is that from? Oh, it's from Final Fantasy IX. Bum 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 bum. I don't remember where, but I'm pretty sure it's from Final Fantasy IX.
Remember to stay hydrated.
I can't tell who's doing that. Like, I don't know, Twitch is acting weird today. I can't see any redeems. The only way I know channel point redeems are going through is the program that I use that links to Twitch. That plays a sound effect. Well, luckily I don't have any redeems that are like, whoever redeemed it, something happened. You know what I mean? Like, it's like different per person, because I wouldn't be able to tell who's doing it. I guess Twitch is just broken today. Not your usual haunt, I take it.
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
Did you search all the village where you saved the guy at the windmill? I don't think I did. But there were some ogres there. Now the reason why I skipped the ogres. See, look. Okay, let me show you a few things here. Rock. There's a heavy rock I can't lift that has something under it, I think. What was that? What that was. Spiders are bad. There is a giant spider boss down there that I can't beat. Even, like, using all my spells, I'm just not high enough level. I think if I gained one more level, I would have a shot at it. It would not be easy, but I have a shot at doing it. But I think I should wait till like 5 or even 6. Like, that's a tough one. They're the ogres. The main reason why I didn't go to the ogres was because if I had to fight them at the time, I was kind of weak. But I just did a long rest. I'm not stupid enough to go face the spiders again. But if the ogres want to fight, I mean, I might stand a chance against them now. They were in here, right? I think. There's the spider well. And this game is cool because I was actually watching someone actually popped in when I was streaming this. And I had recently watched their stream, and they were in this village. I forget the order I actually did it in. I think I popped in their stream, and they were looking at this village, and I was like, hey, I fought a boss in here and got destroyed, and they were confused. They were like, you fought a boss in here? They had not gone down the well. I think they had actually beaten the game already, too, and they were playing through it again. And they had never gone down the well or opened a door somewhere that led into there. They completely missed it. So I'm kind of curious to see like how that works. Oh, here we go.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken.
Ow.
Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food, the mark is her measure. Show us the brand of the absolute.
Ooh. I was getting ready to say that. He is called Lump the Enlightened. A smart ogre? Oh. Oh, I could go for the old deception. I mean, like I said, I lie when it's necessary. I don't mind doing it. I have +5. I get a +1 to 4 from guidance. I'll do you one better. I'm one of the Absolute's chosen disciples. We did have that dream thing that said if we, like, follow whatever, we can become one. I kind of want to ask this, but he might take offense to it, and I might lose the ability to do this. But that was the first thing that popped in my head. If I were to say something, my first thought would not be to lie and say I'm a disciple. It would be to say, wow, you, like, talk well, good for an ogre.
Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
That's interesting. So if I say I bear no such brand, they're going to attack me, right? Like, they're going to attack me. And if I attack, I might get the jump on them. But still, we have to fight. And as I said, Kennison the Bard will do what talky stuff is necessary to attempt to get out of a fight. Now, of course, that means that I'll get experience for doing it. And I'm sure there's parts of this game where if you were to follow a strict guide, the guide would say, you can talk your way out of this fight. Don't. Because they drop something really good. But I don't know that. And since I have to use my character, I'm assuming, if I were to make like a super fighty character for a playthrough, then I'd probably fight everything. I'll go for it. I mean, again, fight if I fail. It's only a 10. Apparently he's easy to deceive even though he's a smart ogre. I wonder if being a smarter ogre actually makes him more gullible. Possible. Like the smarter someone is, someone might be more gullible because their mind is like more open to things. If they're an ogre with intelligence of like 4, they might not actually be able to be convinced of something. You know, very one-track mind. Got it. Also, I did roll the lowest possible on guidance, but that's okay.
Indeed. How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored. Food? Food. Not food. Friend.
I'm getting definite Finding Nemo vibes from this. I noticed you don't bear a brand of your own. I've seen few other ogres in these parts. Attack. Yeah. Well, no, we haven't seen a lot of ogres. We saw one in the goblin camp, and that's kind of it.
We follow the sense of blood and gold to all lands fertile, friend. And this land proves particularly fruitful.
I see. I notice you don't bear a brand of your own.
I've no use for the Absolute, or any god. I follow 2 masters only. Gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss Goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk.
See. What? Forget goblins, you should be fighting me. Why would I? Why? Why is this an option? Why would I choose this? Yes, I'd love to fight them. I'm not gonna fight them. The whole point of my character is, like, I'm not gonna pick a fight. Oh, I read that weird. I read that as you should be fighting me. I somehow missed the word for. Don't ask me how I did that. Oh yeah, I'll definitely try that. If I know read well, no, well, you know what? Well, I'm no lump the enlightened. See, there's a benefit to reading like that and a benefit not to reading. Have you ever done that thing where it's kind of like a test thing where they'll take out certain letters of certain words, but you can still read it fine? Yeah. It's like how your brain just like glosses over words and can pick up what words they are just based on like a muscle memory of words. Like your brain interprets the rest. That's how my brain works a lot. It's not because I don't want to pay attention. It's because sometimes I can't. I will muscle memory a lot of stuff. And if something throws me off, it really throws me off. Because it's just like, what? What is this? Like when people have certain Twitch names, I'm used to certain letters in a certain combination to make certain words. That's just how I read. So when someone has a name that's just like, oh, wait a minute. I have to I'm not used to seeing like those letters together. Give me a second. So it happens. I read it so quickly. I thought it said like, you should fight me.
I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
Oh. I'll give you 500 gold. Deception. 1,000 gold after you fight for me. Oh. I'll pay you in the flesh of the fallen. You'll have your fill. Okay. Well, that seems like the better deal since it cost me nothing. He said flesh, not stuff. I still get the loot. So basically the game lets you do 500 to have the option of calling them in battle. You can do 1,000 after you call them, or you can just say you can eat the enemies when you're done. There's got to be a downside to this, right? Because it's basically free. I was thinking like maybe if you call them into battle, you don't get any drops because they take all the bodies with them. That's a possibility. Maybe if you call them into a fight and the fight's over, they take all the bodies with them and you can't loot them. But that means you can always loot during combat. It's kind of a waste most of the time, but if I loot during combat, I can ensure that when I call them and we win, if they take the bodies with them before I can loot them. Okay, well, I mean, to get around that, if that was a thing, if I figured out that was a thing, you could just loot during battle. I'm betting this is going to be a harder check to make. Oh, just a little bit. Just a little bit of a more difficult roll. That's not surprising. Wow, what a good roll I made. I'm kind of getting low on inspiration here. Getting inspiration on Kennison is actually kind of difficult. Kennison's inspiration comes from being a crafter. So I have to like find things to craft. I'm assuming I can't just do alchemy. Like when I put that spear together, I got an inspiration. I bet if I looked up a tier list of the easiest and hardest backgrounds to get inspiration for, I'm wondering where that one would fall. Roll again. Can't do much more worse than 2. Ah! No! I want this. I want this. And I still didn't get it. I still didn't get it. 3 rolls. Well, no ogres for us.
A slip of the tongue. You meant to make a better offer, surely.
Well, I failed to roll higher than like a 10 3 times in a row. I was getting on average like 8 to that bonus. I could have rolled a 12 and gotten it, I think, every time. And I failed
Shepherd.
3 times. Are they worth 500? I mean, like, 500 gold's a lot. Okay, here's a mechanical question that isn't really a spoiler, so... Is it 500 gold every time I call them? Or is it 500 gold for the summon, and then I can summon them? I'm guessing that it's like 1 summon per long rest, maybe, or even short rest. But is it 500 gold per summon, or 500 gold, and then I can just summon them as an ability? That's important. If it's 500 per summon, I'm not doing it. But if it's a one-time 500, I think I'm willing to get 3 ogres as a summon ability for 500. That's not, then maybe I can summon them during the stupid spider fight. Here, let me check here. Yeah, because I don't want to. I don't like if I hit this and then it's like 500 per summon. I'm never going to use it. Man, I'm really not happy that I missed out. I'm really not happy that I missed out on the just eat the dead bodies. I rolled badly 3 times. That's so bad. I'm just trying to find information about like how does it cost 500 per time. Here we go. Okay. Okay. I kind of see where it's going. I didn't want to read any further because it was kind of going a direction and I was like, oh, there's more to it. So I don't want to like spoil what happens later. 500 so much money though. It's so much money. That's like 500 garbage items. Why did that have to fail so badly 3 times in a row? I could just fight them. I'm not going to fight them. Fine. Fine.
A serenade to my ears and a boon to my belly. We've a bargain, my tasty kibble.
I'm just angry that cost me that.
One blow and the ground will quake with my family name. Use it when the need arises, and never a moment before.
I'm just upset that I had to do that.
Everyone around, then Ogre eats them. Well spoken, indeed. Ogre kill everyone around.
The fact that I used up 2 inspiration dice and I have 0 now, that cost me 500. Failing that 3 times in a row cost me 500 gold. I'm still level 3.
We will get close. When you are ready, sound the horn.
I've been level 3 for so long. Oh, that cost me 500 gold. That was interesting. 500 gold item. Stupid ogres. No, that's the problem. If that ogre wasn't stupid, I might have gotten it for a better deal.
What's inside? That's curious.
Oh. 13 gold, thieves' tools, quarterstaff I can sell, tarnished locket I can sell, and rope. Oh. Oh. That's a fight thing, isn't it? I could have, like, brought this down on their head. Yeah. That's a fight thing. But I'm not fighting them, so I don't have to use it. Books.
Someone's diary. Might explain what happened here.
I need to read all those books, if anything, just to have information for later. Part 1. I'll take it with me.
No traps, please.
Game genre? Probably RPG. I mean, it's a very broad answer. You also get into those arguments of, if something's like a half and half, what is it? Is Mass Effect an RPG or a shooter? Technically, any game's an RPG because you're playing a role, like all those arguments. Yeah. I leveled up! I leveled up! I'm not level 3 anymore! Yay! I'm finally not level 3 anymore. I've been 3 for so long. Okay. I gained a cantrip? Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's really good. An extra free spell I can use? Oh, that's really cool. And I gained a new spell. That's handy. And I have replace spell, which is perfect because I really don't like my level 2 spell that I have. New feat available. Yep, this is the feat level. Okay. So which cantrip should I take? We have Blade Ward. Blade Ward's not bad. It's also not good. It only lasts for 2 turns and requires an action. So basically you use Blade Ward, 1 action. Then I'm pretty sure that counts as a turn. So you have it for 1 turn and then have to use it again the next turn. If it lasted for like 3 turns, maybe like 4, maybe even 3, I just don't think it's like super useful unless you know something's coming. Oh. Well, yeah. Oh, it's doing the thing again where my character has like no hair. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It like resets it somehow. True Strike. I don't like this. It's a concentration spell. I'd rather use Bane or something. Do I even have Bane anymore? I think I got rid of it. I'm probably going to replace... Well, no, I'll replace that for a 2. Whatever. Friends. This would have been useful in that last conversation. Gain advantage on charisma checks against non-hostile creatures. I know I said I wasn't going to do this. I don't like the idea of using Jedi mind trick on people to make my words... I like to rely on my words only and not this. But, I mean, it's not like I'm using like a scroll of read mind. This, in a sense, also has to do with like my charisma ability. Just in magic form, not talking form. Dancing lights, we can do that for free with that necklace. Light's not bad. I ended up not liking this. Man, bard cantrips are a little lacking, aren't they? I might take friends. Maybe after Kinnison has experienced the world, you know what's going to do it? That 500 gold. If I can think of a reason to like make this make sense in lore, like roleplay wise, I will take it. And you know why I'm going to take it right now? 500 gold. Kennison just had to pay 500 gold for something he could have gotten for free if he did the proper persuasion. But his persuasion wasn't good enough. I think that's going to... He was on the fence about taking this in the first place. Again, this is not control someone's mind. This is just like make your own charisma abilities work better on somebody. It's a gray area. And as long as we don't like abuse it in a sense, like obviously Jedi mind trick can be abused. Like you can make someone say yes or no to something, or you can make someone walk off a cliff. You know, we're not going to do that with it. Probably. Yeah, I think that just convinced him that in certain times, this is required. And again, he's trying to justify it to himself. Friends makes it easier to convince somebody, but it also works off your own charisma as a spell. So in a sense, this is spell ability plus talking ability. Yeah, again, as long as I can kind of like justify it with my character, I'll take it. It's a slippery slope, though. Let's be careful. Spell. We still only have level 1 and 2 spells. I only have one level 2 spell. I'm going to be replacing it. In fact, let's do that right now before I forget. This spell is funny. You make someone go mad, and they'll attack their own people, and they'll attack them too. But, I don't know. I only used it once, and it really wasn't that effective. I think we can do better. So what do we give in exchange? I only have, that's my only level 2 spell. So the question is, do I take 2 level 2 spells or 1 level 2 and 1 level 1? Do I only, because the thing is, even if you only have 1 level 2 spell, you can still upcast a level 1 spell to make it better. So it's not like it's a wasted slot. Longstrider? Well, hold on. Look at my spells. This is a single target that makes someone prone for a while. This is used outside of combat. Healing Word is a good long-range heal. It's weak, but it's something. Dissonant Whispers is good. I like it. Just damage plus frighten. This is an out-of-combat thing. I have 2 out-of-combat spells. Not fantastic. I'm kind of regret taking this because I have that. Oh wait, that's a good point. I have an item that lets me cast this for free. There is no reason to have this anymore. As much as I'm not using this, this is even more useless now. So let's get rid of this. Now, do I take another? Do I take? I guess I think I'm going to take 1 level 2 and 1 level 1 because I kept my other level 2. Yeah. So let's replace the level 1 with a level 1 and take a level 2 spell. We have blindness. Calm emotion. I've heard this is good. I've heard this is pretty good. Conjure a cloud of spinning daggers that attacks anyone inside. The reason why this is considered awesome, and yes, I might have read a guide on magic spells. Just like in D&D, you can look through the book and see what spells do. Not only does this work when you cast it, but on the enemy's turn, before they move, I believe it hits them again. Like, you use it, and it hurts them because they're there. And the beginning of their turn, it like basically does an upkeep thing, and it hits them again because they haven't moved out of it yet. And yes, I'm sure the AI is probably also stupid. So this is good. I am lacking in the AoE department. So detect thoughts. No, we're not doing that. I already used the friends cantrip, which is already kind of like in the gray area of mind control. This is like making someone say yes to a better deal is one thing, but this is like hearing their innermost thoughts and using it against them, and like, I don't like that. Enhance ability, Enthrall. Heat metal's pretty funny. I like the idea of heat metal because it's just, I don't know, it's funny to me. You make their chest plate hot and they're just like, they can't get it off. It is, I don't know, it's kind of like a funny attack to me. And then there's hold, which I know is good. I know hold is good. Invisibility, knock, which I kind of don't like. Phantasmal Force is also interesting. Deal damage to a creature each turn. The type of damage changes to the last type that the creature suffered. So if the creature is weak to fire, you could cast Fire Spell on it, and then cast this, and it's a d6 fire damage every turn. The downside is, unlike Hex, it does not carry over to the next enemy by casting it for free. You lose it. This is a good boss thing. I think this is a very good boss, but it can be saved against too. Now, the question is the save the turn you cast it, or is the save every turn? Some spells, if the creature fails the very first save, it's forever on. And some spells, they get a save every single turn. And if they make the save at any point, it's done. So, see invisibility, shatter, which is great. I like shatter. Silence. Bane is good. I kind of want to get Bane back. It's concentration spell, but I like it. Everything, basically you can tag up to 3 people, and they all get a negative D4 to attack rolls and saving throws. Attack rolls is the more important one, I think. I mean, saving throws is cool too, trying to get a spell on them, but I like the attack roll thing. Charm Person, Cure Wounds, Fairy Fire, Featherfall, Heroism. There's Longstrider. I get why it's good. It lasts until a long rest. It costs 1 level spell slot. Level 1 spell slot, and it just lasts until you long rest. That's good. And it's not a concentration spell. Sleep is also good. Thunderwave is also actually pretty good, but you can only use it from you, and Kennison is not a very up-close character. It basically would be used as a defensive option. So, I want to take a level 1 spell and a level 2 spell to even out my spells. For level 1, I'm going to take Bane. It's either Bane or Longstrider. Bane's pretty good. You can also upcast it without taking a spell slot to your entire party. Wait. But it says level 1 spell slot. Is this a ritual that it doesn't tell me it's ritual? Or okay. Ah, man, Bane's good though. So it does take a spell slot. Well, as my level 2, extra 2 level spell, I'm either taking Hold Person or Shatter. And because of my character's build and the way that my character works, and we already had Shatter on Will, I'm thinking Hold Person, because I know Hold Person's good. Cloud of Daggers, man, there's so many good spells in here. Cloud of Daggers is a great AoE damage spell, which I am lacking in. Hold Person is also good. So as far as my new level 2 spell goes, do I want AoE damage, or do I want this? Okay. So I'm going to take Longstrider as my level 1 spell. I might as well do it now. But my new spell is either going to be Cloud of Daggers or Hold Person. Now, Kennison has only 1 good attacking spell, Dissonant Whispers. Everything else is like utility and things like that. I could use an AoE damage spell, or I could just keep going down the path that I kind of built him for, and that's like support and debuffing, which this fits better. Yeah. Now, if I respec at some point, I might get rid of like one of my utility things and replace it with something like this, but... And my feet. There's so many. There's so many feats. It's kind of ridiculous. Obviously, not all of them are for a bard. So let's just look through them. I need to look through them for future reference anyway. Ability improvement is +2 to an ability, or 2 +1s. I know that one. Actor. Your charisma increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. Your proficiency bonus is also doubled for deception and performance checks. So I would get 1 charisma, which is good, and I would get proficiency bonus doubled for deception and performance. Also kind of good for me. But I'll be honest, I'd rather have the extra +1 charisma to make it have a +4. Like, deception and performance checks are nice to have bonus double, but... Wait, what is EB again? I know it was probably just said, but... Yeah, like, I like this. I like deception and performance checks to be doubled in proficiency, but... Eldritch Blast, okay. I mean, Eldritch Blast is pretty nice. The thing is, though, I like to embrace my bard's character, and so Vicious Mockery doesn't do nearly as much damage, but having the disadvantage on the next attack roll is kind of nice. I do like it, though. The problem is, if you take Eldritch Blast, do you also get the benefit of taking, like, the Eldritch Blast improvement things that the Warlock can do? Probably not, right? I think Eldritch Blast is considered to be amazing because you can buff it. You can make it shoot twice. You can make it have a pushback. You can make it add your charisma modifier to the damage. I'm guessing you can't do that unless you're a Warlock. Alert. You gain a +5 bonus to initiative and can't be surprised. Athlete. My athletics is -1. So, your strength or dexterity increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. When you are prone, standing up uses significantly less movement. Your jump distance is also increased. This is useless for me. The +1 dexterity is fine, but my jump is already bad. Like, this is just whatever. You gain Charger Weapon Attack and Charger Shove. Deal more damage, charge forward, and slam your weapon into... Now, we don't want that on this character. Crossbow Expert. When you make crossbow attacks within melee range, the attack roll... Ooh. I mean, if everything's going the way I want it to, this would be pointless. But your piercing shot also inflicts gaping wounds for twice as long. Aw. Defensive Duelist. When attacked while wielding a finesse weapon, your proficient with, you can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your armor class, possibly causing the attack to miss. Okay, hold on. When attacked while wielding proficiency, which, like the rapier, you can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your armor class. Interesting. You can use two weapon fighting even if your weapons aren't light, and you gain a +1 bonus to armor class while wielding a melee weapon in each hand. Nah. Dungeon Delver. You gain advantage on perception checks made to detect hidden objects and saving throws meant to avoid or resist traps. I feel like that's kind of situational. Your constitution increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. You regain full hit points each time you take a short rest. That's not bad for something like a tank. Your spells ignore resistance to a damage type of your choice. When you cast spells of that type, you cannot roll a 1. When you land a critical hit or kill a target with melee weapon attack, which has nothing to do with me, so never mind. You gain armor proficiency with light armor, and your strength or dexterity increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. Lucky. You gain 3 luck points, which you can use to gain advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws, or make an enemy re-roll their attack roll. That kind of sounds fun. And it sounds very bard-like. You can use it to gain advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws, or make an enemy reroll. I kind of like this. Luck points. Oh, it's once per long rest. Okay, so you get your luck points back on a long rest. I was really hoping it was a short rest. If it was a short rest, this would be a possible thing I choose later, but... Mage Slayer. When a creature casts a spell within melee range of you, that's not going to happen. Enemies you hit have disadvantage on concentration saving throws. That's not terrible. Now, why would I choose... Well, I guess you would choose this if you like the Bard spells and you want more of them. You learn 2 cantrips and 1 level 1 spell from the Bard spell list. You can cast a level 1 spell once per long rest. Oh. You don't get the level 1 spell as a level 1 spell. You get it as like a special bonus thing you can only do once per long rest. Okay. Cleric, same thing. Druid, same thing. Sorcerer, Warlock, same thing. Yes, if we pick this, I can take Eldritch Blast, which is great. But embracing my use as a bard, Vicious Mockery only does like half the damage at most. Not even that. But the disadvantage is nice. Plus, I like insulting people. It's a bard thing. Also, for being a College of Lore bard, don't I get a bonus at some point where I can pick 2 spells from any class? Including cantrips, I think. So technically, I could take Eldritch Blast with that and not waste a feat on it. It's meant to, like, you can take whatever you want. Like, you can take, like, some cool wizard stuff or whatever, or more useful, like, support stuff. I don't know what I'm going to take, so. Martial Adept. I bet I'm not taking this. You learn 2 maneuvers from the Battle Master subclass and get a superiority die to fuel them. Yeah. Your movement speed is increased, and difficult terrain doesn't slow you down when you dash. You gain armor efficiency with medium armor and shields, and your strength or dex increases by 1. Honestly, that's honestly not that bad. But being a long-range bard... Performer! You gain musical instrument proficiency, and I already have that, I think. So, this is the one that you take with other characters to make it so they can play instruments properly. If I truly wanted to roleplay this as just a dumb experience, I could have all my other teammates pick this. So we can be a traveling band that plays instruments. Trust me, that idea was in my head for a while. But just for the sake of not dying over and over again, I'm not going to do it. And they can still play instruments just badly, which is kind of funny. No. You increase an ability by 1 and gain proficiency in that ability's saving throws. You learn 2 ritual spells of your choice. When making melee weapon attacks, then next... When an enemy within melee range attacks an ally, you can use a reaction to make a weapon attack against that enemy. Target ally must not have the sentinel feat. Your ranged weapon attacks do not receive penalties from high ground rules. Ranged weapon attacks with weapons you are proficient with have a -5 penalty to their attack roll, but deal an additional 10 damage. And I dual wield hand crossbows. That's not bad. If I wanted to embrace the hand crossbow life, that's not bad. Shield Master. You gain +2 bonus to dexterity saving throws while wielding a shield, which I do when I have my melee stuff out. Which, by the way, I need to remember to do that. In fights, I keep forgetting to switch back to my melee set to get the bonus to the AC. Like, I'll shoot my crossbows with Kinnison and not switch back to my sword and shield. So I lose the AC on the shield. I have got to remember to do that. You can use a reaction to shield yourself and diminish the effect's damage. On a failed saving throw, you only take half damage. That could be good for maybe like a paladin, maybe? I mean, anyone can use a shield, but you gain proficiency in 3 skills of your choice. Wow. I already have so many skills. If I was truly doing like my KOTOR 2 Sentinel build, I would take this. But I think I have all the skills I want. I think I'm good. Thanks to my not so good ability scores, most of the other skills I have left have 0. So here's the funny part. Because I have Jack of all trades, I get a +1 in every skill that I don't have proficiency in, which is just a +1. It's half your proficiency. So I get a +1. If I took this, I'd have 3 skills to get +2. That's not worth it. I already have +1 in them. Now, as my proficiency gets higher, it's even less worth. Well, I guess it'd be more worth it because that's like double that. But Spell Sniper. You learn a cantrip, and the number you need to roll a critical hit with that spell is reduced by 1. Is this? I mean, with the Warlock one, you get to learn 2 cantrips and a level 1 spell you can use once per long rest. But this is like if you want to go all in Eldritch Blast, I guess. Tavern Brawler. When you make an unarmed attack, use an improvised weapon, or throw something, your strength modifier is added twice to the damage. If I really wanted to embrace Karlak's stupid throwing spear build, where it comes back to her, it's not even as good as the light crossbow. I just like using it. It's funny. You're throwing something, so it'd be easier to hit and do more damage. Your hit point maximum increases by 2 for every level you have gained. You know, if I was a more close range bard like Valor or Swords, maybe. Well, you can get it from this one, I'm assuming. You get to learn 2 cantrips from the Warlock. And a level 1 spell you can use once. But this is the one where it's like, makes it better. So, split magic spells are considered better because every time they hit, there's a chance to crit, and you roll the dice for damage. Like, based on the stats, stuff like Magic Missile, and I think there's one more, and Eldritch Blast if you upgrade it. Spells that hit multiple times are considered to be better. Like, stat-wise, they do more damage. Something to do with the dice rolls. But when you have it to where you have a double chance to crit, I guess it might not be as... It wouldn't help it as much. Either they all crit or none of them do. Warcaster. You gain advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration on a spell. You also gain use of a reaction to cast Shocking Grasp at a moving target out of melee range. Meh. Okay. Well, I already know I'm taking this probably. This will get me +2 to Charisma, which will give me a +4 as a modifier. This was always probably going to be my first level up on a bard. It helps every single one of my spells. Now the next feat, I don't know. I could take this again if you could. I think you might be able to take this more than once, and just get another +2. Maybe, I'm not sure. If we can't, then I'll take something else. But this was always my first pick. Yeah. I think for bard, it's just super efficient. Like with a wizard, I would think upping your intelligence by 2 was a no-brainer because it helps every single one of your spells. So I am good on this. Also, I'm going to point this out for anybody who doesn't know. This screen right here is supposed to be kind of like an overall screen of this. Like, class feature. I gained 1 more level 2 spell slot. I gained health. I gained a cantrip. When you click on it, it takes you to the cantrip thing. However, on Bard level 2, I think it was, or 3, I can't remember, there was a point where I was allowed to pick 2 skills to get expertise in, but it was only in here. It wasn't like you would expect it to be over here because this is where you pick stuff, right? It wasn't. You had to pick it from here. So always pay attention. There's nothing in here you can mess with. Because I missed it and had to respec to fix it. Yeah. I'm not going to do any cross-classing. Not this playthrough. I've always read, or I've just known, cross-classing can be good, but only if you know what you're doing. Can you imagine how bad a character you can make if you cross-class and don't know what you're doing? Like, I can definitely see making a character that's just awful. Where you take something in a class, it doesn't work. Like, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying it doesn't work. It, like, adds something to your class you don't have, so it just doesn't work. There it is. Add class. I accept. Kinnison is now stronger. He has more HP. And I have one more level 2 spell. And I have a Long Strider.
Shepherd.
Question about Long Strider. Yeah. The whole party like you mentioned that. That feels really powerful. Right? Being able to freely cast that on all 4 of your party members, that seems good. Yeah, that seems really good. And of course, someone might think, it is good, but put it on a character where you're not wasting a spell slot on someone who can do damage. I did. I put it on a bard. Literally my only damaging spell, level 1, is Dissonant Whispers. This is also a ritual spell, which I need to cast right now. I can speak to animals once again. Oh, that's right. Mage Hand needs a short rest to come back. I need to use this at some point. I need to figure out a use for this. I just want to grab something. Like, I want to see something across the room and just be lazy and be like, you know what? I'm too lazy to walk over there. Mage Hand. Friends. Which I can cast on my own teammates, which seems interesting. Kinnison also got a new level 2 spell. Hold. Which I also heard is pretty good. Not bad, Kinnison. Also, he has +2 in Charisma. So all his spells are just, like, better now. Alright, next. Also, it's 8 o'clock right now. I was going to switch over to Pokemon Violet to work on the Mewtwo raid that just started. I'm going to finish the level ups first, though. And then we'll move on to Pokemon for the rest of the stream. We're going to build a solo build of a Mew and see if we can beat Mewtwo at, well, solo. Yeah. All right, Shadowheart. I don't know much about your class, so... The coolest thing about Cleric, you don't have to pick spells. They get every spell. Every Cleric spell is theirs. You just have to make the choice of which ones are available to cast in battle. And if you really want to min-max stuff, you could take a spell that's only good outside of battle, and then just not have it on when you're in battle. Of course, if you don't know battle's coming, well, you're kind of screwed. We have one more level 2 spell. Not bad. You use it to grab the druid's idol. That's some D&D stuff. But the mage hand's just like, go long! And he's tossing at somebody. I mean, look, I've seen, hold on, name escapes me. Vox Machina. I know, I've seen, Mage Hand is a part of, one of the characters has it, so. Yeah, cantrip. Now, the one thing that you do have to teach her are cantrips. We have Thaumaturgy. Gain advantage on intimidation and performance checks. Why? Why would I want this on you? Oh, interesting. Okay. Light. Infuse an object with an aura of light. This is good for looking around a cave. Blade Ward, like I've said, I don't think is that great. Produce flame. A flame in your hand sheds, I can read, a light in a 9-meter radius and deals 1/8 fire damage when thrown. Also, I believe the same turn you create it, you can throw it. Like if you make it and use it as a way to kind of look around and then go to your next turn, I believe it requires an action to throw it. But if you make it as an action, I believe it's a free action to throw it, or it's a bonus action. Probably. I'll be honest, I kind of don't like any of these for her. I'll give her light. Light's good. She can infuse light in like Karlach's sword or something. And whoever she's near, my long range characters who cast spells and shoot arrows can be able to see the enemies better when she's close to them. That'll work. The sword kind of has that effect, but I don't think it has that effect for stat reasons. But yeah, use it on Karlach's sword or armor or whatever, and then have her go near enemies and then I can shoot them. This we can mess with whenever we want. I have Shield of Faith, which it's concentration, I like it. Bless, I like Bless better. I have this, which is good, but I would do Bless over this. So I might as well not even have it. Command, just because it's funny. This could be cool for something. I have this just for fun. But apparently, the spell's actually pretty good if you use it right. We do not need both healing things. I don't like the idea of having to run over to somebody to use it. Also, it's not much better. So I have room for 2 more spells. You have Hold? I didn't even know she had Hold. Wow. She has Hold. Aid is also really good, I think. I think it's pretty good. It gives the entire party 5 healing and 5 temp hit points. But it's level 2. If it was a level 1 spell with those numbers, I think I'd use it, but then we have Warding Bond. I believe the game doesn't tell you this, but I think when you use this, if someone takes damage, the other person takes damage too. Oh, it's there. I see it. Did they change the description on this, or did I just not read it the first time? Possibility. Using sleep while out of combat doesn't use a spell. Really? That could be interesting. I use this out of combat. If I need to heal and I'm out of short rests, or I want to conserve a long rest, or short rest, I mean, I can put this on her, use it, and take it off. I've heard this is good. Summon a floating spectral weapon that attacks her enemies alongside you. But I am kind of building her to be like pure support, which is why you don't see any attacks on her. Like I don't have Guiding Bolt or Inflict Wound. Although I guess one, it's kind of like in practice, like on paper, I love a red mage build, but in practice, using MP for both attacking spells and healing spells always bothered me because I want to save it all for healing spells. It depends on what role I'm using them for. Silence, blindness, enhance ability. I am going to put on Hold just because it's good. I might save that level 2 spell slot for something else, but if we're in a dire situation, could be useful. And let's do a level 1 spell since we already have 2 level 2s. Wait, you also have Bane? When did you get Bane? You have Bane and Bless? Huh. Which one's better? Which one would... I already said I like the ones that are reactions better and like the ones that work a little better, but they're kind of the same thing, aren't they? Bless up to 3 creatures, a +1 d4, -1 d4. The reason why, I don't know, Bane might be a little better just because if they hit the one teammate you didn't put Bless on, potentially, it wouldn't work on them. However, if you're in a fight with 20 enemies, this is better. Because now the 3 people in the front of your party have bless. Even if you're fighting 1 person or 50. But this, if you're fighting a bunch, is less useful. So I guess bless is better. The Pike Yellow spell. Wait, you mean this one? I want a non-concentration level 1 spell. She doesn't have one. That's fine. I mean, I can use the level 1 spells for just healing if I need to. Or commanding or bless. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. I will say these are kind of just like a just-in-case thing. I'm mainly going to be using her level 2 spells for either getting rid of a condition if it's bad enough, or just upcasting bless for all 4 of us, or upcasting healing word for more damage. Feat. I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, the easy pick for level 4 is just stats. That's it, right? It's the stats. Like, I don't know what's considered good on a cleric. Yeah, I can see that. Warcaster for not losing concentration. I am trying to keep her further back, though. I know that's... I know people just will get in her face regardless, but... I think for level 4, I was just planning on doing stats. It's easy, and it's just effective. Like, if I do ability, I can do wisdom. She gets an extra +1 in wisdom, which is great for her spells. And I could also do dex for 1 more AC. She is wearing medium armor, which lowers her potential dexterity modifier to her AC to 2. But by doing this, she gets 2. She's only been at 1. So the best of both worlds. Medium armor, and already at max dexterity modifier to AC. So, good. Better spells, stay alive. So, got some more stuff. Your AC should now be... Yep, it's 18. That's pretty good. Also, Remnant, you mentioned how you might not have to switch back to your weapons. I don't think you do. Her AC is 18 with her crossbow out. Honestly, that's good. That's just a min-max thing you shouldn't have to do, because you can just do it. It's 1 button press every time. Just, why not just automate it? Like, yeah, I get why they wouldn't want to do that. It's just a nice hassle-free thing. Why is your AC only 13? You don't have mage armor on right now. That's why. It's a free spell.
Sharp as ever.
Yeah. He has armor of shadows. It's the same thing, just like a warlock thing. That's why he's wearing the clothing. So now he has I still like how Karlach has the worst AC. Kind of funny. And she's the one up close. Now look at my cool character dual wielding hand crossbows. Look at that. Yeah. All right, Karlach.
Remember to stay hydrated.
What's your barbarian level look like? I still can't see who's doing that. Just gotta. Oh, you only get a feat. It's a hand crossbow. It's meant to be. It does less damage. It's meant to be smaller, more compact. And the cool thing is the bard starts with 1, so I was able to find another one and dual wield. And I have gloves on that give me +2 damage to both. I'm assuming it works on both. And it's not like it's like +2 on a roll. It's just +2. If I roll like 8 damage on both, it does 10 on both. That's kind of good. I mean, also it's once per turn. if on your turn you can shoot each one once, I'd imagine you're probably reloading it in between turns. So this one's also fairly obvious. Strength, which just makes all her attacks better. Her to hit is better. Her damage is better. And also probably con. Now I could embrace her barbarianness and do this. Her AC right now is 15. Only because of the medium armor. And the +1 from Dex, I guess. As a barbarian, Karlach also can add her Constitution modifier to her AC. Here's the problem with the math. With the medium armor and the +1 dexterity, her AC is 15. Armor's 14, with dexterity, 15. With only having clothing on, her AC was only like 12. Or was it 13? I think it was 13. Actually, well, you know what? I can check. Yeah, if I take all the armor off, her AC is 13 because she has +1 from Dex and +2 from Con. So her AC is 2 better. However, if I up her Dex and her Con on this level up, I can make her have 15 without any armor. Problem is, what's the benefit in that? It's the same. Yet, if I don't care about that, I can equip, where is it? Oh, these are, all these, well, I can equip, yeah, all these aren't armor. Okay. There's no difference. Like, there's no difference. Until I level up again and give her better Dex or Con. So right now, this is the same thing. Question is, do I want to go that route or not? If I do go that route, I'd have to invest at least 2 feats. This one would do this, giving her 15 AC with no armor on. I could give her back her clothes and keep the other stuff on that's enchanted because it's not considered armor. Somehow, even though they're made of metal. Or, and then next level up, I would have to do another one, but I think that's too much. I think it's bad because her starting stats weren't great. If I wanted to go that route. I think it's better to do this and this. I can keep the armor on. Or that or this. Either one. Honestly, this, because I get a +1 AC from it. The armor has a +2. It's the same thing as the other one. Most medium armor has +2 max. Yeah, also upping their attack because that's what she does. She hits things. Rather than get her AC to the same as it already is for armor, why not just up her attack? And then the next feat, I could take +2 strength if I want to, or something else. This bugs me though. The fact that she has 3 stats, even or odd, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because if I were to do this again, I could up this to 16, but I'd have 1 point left over. I'd almost want to look through here and see if I can find something that's like +1 con and something else. I don't know. I hate it. I understand having 2 odd stats to start, because you could just do 1 and 1, but having 3 just bothers me. That's fine. Also, very simple level up. And will.
The pride of the gate.
Ooh. Gained a cantrip. I mean, come on. With Eldritch Blast, do I even need another cantrip? Do I really? We have Bone Chill. Prevent the target from healing until your next turn. An undead target receives disadvantage. So basically this would be good for undead. If we're fighting undead, use this. It does less damage. But I could give them disadvantage on attack rolls. That's situational, but fine. That I already have that. He doesn't need it. No. No. Poison spray. 1 to 12 damage. Only a 3 meter radius. Only a 3 meter range. And it's a save one too. Not only is it short range, it's a save one. And it doesn't say that when they say they take half, which means if they make the con save, they take nothing from it. It's like Radiant Light. Whatever the cantrip is that Shadowheart has. If they make the save, it does nothing. Boo. It also doesn't even poison. It just does damage. I don't like True Strike. Well, the choice is either this or this. I did build Will to be, like, usable up front. Because he has a thing that can imbue his weapon. Like, he makes, like, a bound weapon that does more damage. And he has Hex. So combine that, he actually is, like, a decent melee character if he has to be. It's like, why would I use this when I have Eldritch Blast? It just does more damage. This at least has its use against undead. If it's like a powerful undead that Eldritch Blast won't kill, I can use this so they get disadvantage and miss their next attack. That makes sense. This, yeah, I'll take this. They're both not going to be used very much, but. And we get one new spell. What cool warlock spells do we have access to in here? We have Blindness. We have Cloud of Daggers. Again, the spell that I kind of liked from before that I could have learned. No. 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 We already have 2 people with this, so no on that. No. Misty Step is really good. Misty... Here's the thing. Here's the reason why I don't like it on Warlocks, though. Warlocks, Warlocks only have 2... Like, did I get a spell? I did not. Yeah. Warlocks only... Right, at least now, he only has 2 spells. Short Rest, then 2 spells again, then Short Rest, then 2 spells again. Do I really want to use one of my only 2 spells in a fight to Misty Step and teleport around? I don't... I did make him kind of like a weird melee hybrid build. It's not weird for a Warlock, but... Do I really want to use one of my only 2 spells to reposition myself? Not really. It's good, and it'd probably be even better for someone like this build, but I don't think I want to use one of my 2 spells in a fight, because you can't short rest in the middle of a fight. You know, it'd be like, I use a spell, I use Misty Step, I'm done. Yeah, it's just the Warlock has, like, he's so lacking in spell slots. I think it's not that great right now on him. I can always take it later. Ray of Enfeeblement. Weaken a foe. They deal half damage with weapon attacks using strength. Interesting. I also love the fact that the picture for the spell is an old man. It's just like, spell of old. I've heard Scorching Ray is pretty good. Hurl 3 rays of fire. Each ray deals 2 to 12 fire damage. I've heard this is also pretty good. Arms of Hadar, Burning Hands, and then this stuff again. Isn't this just a worse version of Misty Step? I mean, it's level 1, I guess. So I'm either taking Cloud of Daggers or Scorching Ray. Cloud of Daggers is 4 to 16. It's an AoE attack. It's a concentration spell as well. Gotta be careful with that. This is a concentration spell. This is not. What is Will's Oh, Hex. He has Hex. I've been thinking about taking Hex off. It's good, but like I was thinking maybe making him more just straight damage. If I got rid of Hex, this would work, because it's his only concentration spell, I think. But this is just like straight up just burn things from a distance. And I already have Shatter on Will for AoE. So like, yeah, I think single target. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just do that. And as far as feats go, same thing. Charisma, because it helps out every single one of his spells. This adds +1 to hit on Eldritch Blast and damage. I will take that. Now, see, Will has 4... Will also has only 3 stats that are odd. I hate it. Does Intelligence do anything on him? It doesn't, does it? Intelligence on Will is just for, like, saving throws. That's it. I don't care. I'd rather do Dex. That's a +1 AC. And he's wearing just robes. I could up this to 16 if I wanted to later. Yeah, this is fine. I know these are boring feats to take, but they're just good. I mean, they're just a straight improvement to everything. I could use that right now. So once again, Will still only has 2 spells. That's kind of bad. He has Hex, Shatter, which is pretty good. Also half damage on a save, which is nice. He has Hellish Rebuke, which is just kind of fun. I know he has 2 fire spells. He has Hellish Rebuke and Scorching Ray, which is kind of like, eh. If I do respec Will, just to fix his intelligence, I would probably... I'd just keep one of these, probably. And probably take Cloud of Daggers. Hellish Rebuke is fun, but it requires getting hit. It does 3 to 30, and this does 6 to 36. This is better. This doesn't require getting smacked in the face to use it. Also, this requires an attack roll to hit. This is a saving throw. It doesn't require a roll, but if they save, they only take half. I guess it kind of works the same. Oh yeah, I read Ray of Enfeeblement is actually a good combo with Armor of Agathis, because when your 10 temporary hit points runs out, the spell is done. But if you keep it and can take more than 1 hit, you get the bonus of the 10 cold damage. So by using Ray of Enfeeblement, you make the enemy do half damage. So theoretically, you could get like maybe 2, even 3 hits out of this. Yeah, our team is better now. Yay. Not Spider Matriarch good, but maybe Null good. There was that mission up here that had all the nulls on it. I might go ahead and give that a try again at level 4. Spiders, no. We'll say level 5 for that one, which is going to be a while. Yeah, wow. I told you a lot of stuff doesn't happen in this game when I stream it because it's just that kind of game. What did I do this stream? I talked to like 1 goblin and got in a fight. I talked to some orcs and leveled up. That's pretty good for 4 hours. It's that kind of game. I mean, it's all the stuff in between that works too. Like all like the flavor text and like the all that kind of stuff. All right. Well, next
the line.
Next time we stream this, we're going to try to get some stuff done. I'm going to go to the goblin camp. Actually, no, the first thing I'm going to do is probably do this. I'll go back up here and see if we can finish this mission. With 1 more level, we should be able to do it. Oh no, you're right. Like the campaign that I watched in 4 hours, it's like 2 battles. So it's D&D. For better or worse, it's D&D.